Welcome back, episode 70. Oh no, I don't know. 73?
Are you serious?
That's the one thing I did not.
Are you serious?
I got everything else ready, but the second I hit start recording, I went, wait, what episode is it? I mean, what do you want me to do? And don't say it.
I'm just going to stay silent until you find it.
You don't need to say silent. Filibuster. Cover me up. See, we're supposed to be a team here, y'all. We are on episode 73. I was correct.
There you go.
See, I don't even need to look things up. I just know. We're talking about Dragon Ball Z's iconic moment that forever changed anime.
All caps.
All caps on Forever by Kaze Talks. We talked about him before with he did a Hunter x Hunter video when we did a double pack for a Hunter x Hunter video.
One of them two that always sort of mix in my mind.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Hunter x Hunter is a masterpiece or something about the Chimera Anarch. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we know a little bit about him. I wonder what the argument's gonna be because it's clearly about the Super Saiyan transformation. But what does that entail?
Now, can we give it that's iconic? Can we just put it on the table like that's cool? Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. On the table,
I am not a person that does not believe in a thing called iconic.
No. I'm just saying, just on the table, like, hey, that's fine. I don't think it's a particularly good scene. Because then you have to be like, okay, the threshold to become a Super Saiyan, is it a strength thing?
See, no, you're going too deep into it. No, it's about the moment.
But you have to think about the moment as well.
Why do you have to think about the moment?
Because moments don't exist in a vacuum. Things don't just exist. You need to think about the things
Have you
around
not
them.
seen episode 19 Gifts for Demon Slayer? Things absolutely exist in a vacuum. The are you talking about?
Yes, they exist in a vacuum. Those things, but they shouldn't. We should have the conversation around these things. Mm-hmm. Yes, thing awesome. Yes, thing hype. Yes, thing pretty. Does it make sense? Or are you just looking at it? If we're just looking at it, hey, that's fine. If we're just thinking about it like that's an iconic moment, that's fine. But we need to think about the inner workings of it. And once we start thinking about the inner workings of it, it's like
problems,
big chunky problems.
Yeah, so I honestly don't know where he's going with this. And here's my issue. Forever changed anime. We've had transformations in anime way before Dragon Ball. Sentai transformations are still stupid, popular types of things. Mm-hmm. If he was talking Shonen, I'd have much less issue with it. Because you can say that Dragon Ball popularized transformations within the Shonen space. But anime in general, transformations, I can't rock with that.
Yeah, who knows? You know, what with magical girls and everything. A bit of the description.
Are you gonna burp? Are you gonna cough? Are you gonna hiccup?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
At the same time, I'm like, something's coming out. Oh, literally nothing? Okay, I just sounded like an idiot there. It just did nothing. It was just like, oh, let me do the descriptions. Silence.
I mean, it would have been good.
All three. I'm just like, what's going to do something? So hey, make a noise so it won't just seem like I'm just an idiot.
Whenever he has to cough or something, he'll turn his head from the mic and do it silently and then launch into whatever he's talking about or reading. But this time he just turned his head, did it for like 4 seconds, and then turned back and I'm like, what is he doing?
Because it's right here. Maybe I needed to beat my chest like Phil. Just get it out of here. Maybe that's what it is. Oh my goodness. Kaze talks about Dragon Ball Z.
Phil is going nuts. You got dude.
A story for another time.
It's always time for Phil.
Kaze talks about Dragon Ball Z's iconic moment that forever changed anime. The one and only ... The legendary Super Saiyan transformation! ! That's it.
That's it?
That's it. Subscribe, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Definitely.
Information about Dragon Ball Z source Wikipedia. What is this? Don't have this. What is this doing for you? Dragon Ball Z is a Japanese anime television producer.
Wow.
There's 3 paragraphs.
You know why? Because people, when they algorithm. How many views?
1.3K.
I thought you were about to say million.
Oh. Smaller channel.
How small?
Less than 5K subscribers.
We can put up numbers like that, not talking positively about Dragon Ball.
Footage.
What's our highest viewed stuff?
Dragon Ball. Oh no! What is all this?
Oh no!
Oh, all these sources. Oh my goodness! Where are these? Where does Star Wars come into play here? Sir, Kaze Talks. We got 2 separate Star Wars movies.
When did this video come out?
1 year ago. That would be February 15th, 2021.
March 13th, 2021. We have a 3K video.
That's fine.
I'm just saying, you are in the space to talk positively about this thing. You know what? I can't even knock him because I don't know what he wants to do in the space of his thing. He might not want views, and that's totally fine.
Who are you, Liam? Who are you? Comments. I've never seen Dragon Ball, but hearing you talk about a show that's so important to you in your youth was enjoyable. Glad to see you come back swinging with another content, another banger. Who are you? Why have you, Liam? Who are you? How have you not seen Dragon Ball? You passively have seen Dragon Ball, surely. I'm watching Attack on Titan right now, and I've passively seen Attack on Titan. I know what's going on here.
Yeah, you know the story.
Liam.
Let me cyberbully him.
I hate to say it, but that's legit one of those moments that makes me laugh so hard.
Okay, gamer Josh.
What is this channel? Let me cyberbully him. Dude, nobody just says, let me cyberbully. It's just an action. You don't need to call forth the action of cyberbullying.
Yeah. So, let's get into this.
There's this moment when we believed that we had reached the finale of the Namek saga. That the villainous...
Some people call it the Namek saga.
Who is some people?
Kaze Talks.
Okay.
You're looking at your nails. Someone else.
In the world?
in the world.
Even then, I would submit probably not. Maybe some like 2-year-old trying to say Namek.
The percentile is low. But
low single digits.
I'll say I didn't think that this was over.
No.
Because the spirit bomb is basically untested up until this moment. This is the second time
Vegeta got through it.
Yes. It was a little baby spirit bomb, but hey, bigger opponent, bigger spirit bomb. There's no reason for me to believe that this was it. I was just like, nah, it muff getting back up.
Reached the finale of the Namek saga. That the villainous Frieza had been defeated. That Goku and his spirit bomb had finally beat him. And we reach a moment of peace between the main characters. Everything could go back to normal now. When suddenly, Krillin looks up and his face starts to tremble. Everyone then looks up.
Why didn't anybody sense him?
He was hiding his energy.
He can't do that.
Yeah.
He literally cannot do that.
We weren't trying to sense energies.
But it's a passive sense.
Yeah, but when you're so used to feeling the energy, at what point do you stop feeling his energy?
Okay, so they hit him with the spirit bomb and the energy is still there, or does it disappear?
It's still there.
Okay, so he's not dead. So why are y'all calm?
Yeah.
You see? These are the things we gotta think about for this moment to happen.
Do we?
Yes!
With him and all share the same look. Frieza is still alive. Immediately, our villain attacks Piccolo, and then something even worse happens. Frieza attacks Krillin, Goku's best friend, lifts him up in the air, closes his fist, and he explodes instantly.
Pause.
Goku.
Would Frieza have been stronger if he did not take that spirit bomb, and thus would have been a closer fight with Super Saiyan Goku?
Absolutely not. It wouldn't have been a closer fight. Even if he was at his complete max output. Because Trunks destroyed that man. mollywop that boy.
True.
And Trunks is not on Goku's level.
Okay, but we also have the element of surprise.
With what?
It was just, hey, look up, because no punches were exchanged.
He did his giant, I'm gonna explode the planet bomb.
Sure.
And not even in the, I'm too weak to do it immediately thing. This is the full force of that attack that will destroy a planet. And Trunks went,
But you see that Frieza was even able to hold back the spirit bomb for a second. So blast can be held back.
Yes. It wasn't enough to destroy him. That would have destroyed the planet. And Trunks went,
But does the blast scale to the person?
What do you mean scale to the person?
Is that blast equivalent to what Frieza's strength is?
I think it's strong enough to... I think it's stronger than the spirit bomb. That hit him.
Because the spirit bomb didn't explode the planet. So what are we thinking? It would have been at least a little bit closer if he was full strength?
No, I don't think it would have been anywhere near close.
You don't think so?
I think Frieza would have gotten his balls destroyed regardless.
Okay, just a thought.
Cause
I'm not a power scaler.
Because even when you got the blue Vegeta, blue Goku, they would have mollywopped Frieza if they weren't being so, let's see what you got, Frieza.
That was really bad. I love that even the Dragon Ball fans are just like, yeah, that movie, we're just not even talking about that movie. It's the first and the third.
Who witnesses this moment in shock, almost like a deja vu. Once again, he was not able...
I didn't mean for that to be so audible.
Almost like a deja vu flashes back to Krillin dying. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Once again, he was not able to save his best friend, triggering Goku into a state of rage. And I'm going to stop here. What happens next can be considered the single most important moment in anime.
Ooh, in anime itself.
Okay, sir. So, are you still of agreement?
I was in agreement that it was iconic. I wasn't in agreement that it was the most iconic. I wasn't in agreement for none of this. All right, I agreed to one thing.
I signed the contract that just said one thing, and then there's all these sub clauses that was not there.
The one thing. Don't you rope me in with all this, huh? 19 minutes of agreement, huh?
The single most important moment in anime?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because how did this change, let's say, Steins Gate? What did this do for Steins Gate? Unless he's going to argue, this is when anime spiked, like anime sales spiked like it never spiked before, and thus ushered in a wave. It's never, I don't know, because I'm like, I don't think it's never really dropped underneath this level. Because if you had figures of, hey, here's anime sales, they were all like 5,000, nothing sold above 5,000, but then this hit, and now everything is at least baseline 15,000, and that could say that it changed it forever.
But that's one shonen, two manga sales.
Yeah, no.
We're talking all of anime.
And this is anime, not even manga.
No. Not even just shonen
just
anime.
Medium anime. So this is, let's say 2 or 3 years after the initial occurrence in the manga.
Mm-hmm. We're talking what?
So people knew this was coming.
89, 90 maybe?
Ah, boy. I mean, I can't think of something that's like, hey, this is the moment, because... Like, what would you say that for films? What's the moment that changed films forever? That's a pretty hard thing.
Audio?
When Mom first put film to print and just showed it, they were just like, oh, this changed everything. No, it didn't change everything. It invented everything. Maybe the second guy.
Hey, what if we could put a story to it?
Hey, can we do this again? This isn't just like a flash in the pan fluke thing, is it? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm very interested in this argument.
For better or worse. And while many anime that came after have done all of this way better, we all know how mind-blowing this moment was when this aired for the first time.
Pause. As a child, absolutely.
If I were 11 now, and even Dragon Ball was the first thing I consumed, I don't know if I would find that to be as mind-blowing. Because I've seen periphery as a potential anime fan, a bunch of hype. I've seen Dragon Ball hype.
If you're at least a baseline anime fan, you've seen some sort of Dragon Ball or something, surely. And you're getting it by osmosis. And it's going to be more hype than this moment.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
Of us still cherished deeply to this day.
And also, it was just Vegeta going, I'm the Super Saiyan. Wait, is he the Super Saiyan? He can't be the Super Saiyan. I'm the Super Saiyan. So we didn't really even have a real knowledge about what exactly a Super Saiyan was.
When Vegeta was super strong fighting Frieza, he's like, I'm the Super Saiyan. Okay,
are you?
Is that what a Super Saiyan is?
And then this happens. It's just like, boom. I was like, okay, so is this? Oh, the episode is called Goku the Super Saiyan. So I guess this is the Super Saiyan. So that's it. It's not it because in the vision that Vegeta had, it was a fit monkey. So you can go, he's gonna chip out soon because that's the Super Saiyan. And also, when they were traveling towards Earth, they were just like, human and Saiyan kids, huh? Maybe that could make a Super Saiyan. So it's just something that happens, and then what happens? Oh, he just gets a whole lot stronger, and he's baby mode in Frieza. So you just go, okay, it's not really anything super special in the storytelling aspect. In a hype aspect, absolutely. But in a storytelling aspect, it's like, okay, we don't know exactly what this does.
It's set up and paid off in the same arc.
Essentially. And it's not even done so well enough because Vegeta is our main source of information on the Super Saiyan legend. And he doesn't even know what it is, such that he's just like, I've hit a level of strength that I'm a Super Saiyan.
Was when this aired for the first time. A memory that most of us still cherish deeply to this day. That suddenly, this whole journey reaches a climax that forever changed anime.
Pause. It's not a climax. It continued for until this day. Was it the climax of the arc? Wasn't the climax of the fight? This was wasn't the climax to anybody's journey. What was this the climax of? You can't just use that word.
Talk about it, we need to talk about Dragon Ball Z as a whole, and how this moment ended up affecting me deeply for the rest of my life. If you've seen my video...
Oh, dude, this seems like a real personal thing.
It most certainly does.
And I don't care about personal things.
I also do not care about such a thing. But that's not the name of the title or the description or anything. So we can only go by what the title and the description say. And what's this? Well, what's the thumbnail? Oh, it just says legendary. We can only go by these things. But then he just goes, y'all, but to me though, it sticks with me forever. It's like, this isn't what I signed up for.
This is not one thing.
This is not the one thing I agreed to.
On the original Dragon Ball, you will know that I actually prefer the story and adventures of Goku as a child rather than the heavily fight-centric era of Dragon Ball Z. But what I don't mention is that the heavily fight-centric era of Dragon Ball Z was everything to me when I was younger. To see each new...
Okay, yes, when you were younger. What does this have to do with changing anime? Why do they always have to go, personally to me for 4 minutes or for like 30% of their video and then go into what the actual subject is?
Yeah, it's very odd.
Transformation to see your favorite characters suddenly get stronger was something I had never seen before in anything up until that point.
And is that good?
Yeah. What does that say? It just says that you haven't seen it before.
Is it good that a character just suddenly becomes stronger? How is that good narratively?
Yeah. Just poof. Did they always just have it inside of them? What does it mean to become a Super Saiyan? Is that a separate pool of energy that you're now tapping into? What is Kaioken? How Kaioken times 2 and 3? He was just like, hey, don't go past 2. But then he goes to 3. It's like, did you teach him that, or did you just teach him how to go up levels? What exactly is this stuff? So you're not thinking about this stuff. It's just, hey, cool. Hey, artificial moon, man becomes monkey. Cool.
The closest moment I can think of is when Luke gets enraged against Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. But the idea that you could...
I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
I don't
think that's analogous to
I don't either.
Is.
Unless he's just purely talking about, wow, this is hype.
I think he means that emotions driving your strength. Essentially the power of friendship or whatever. And so Luke got angry, so suddenly he seemed stronger.
Sure. But I mean, that was an established thing with the dark side making you stronger, and there's an established thing, and this is just Super Saiyan and golden hair, and oh, you ain't gotta ink that anymore, it's golden hair.
Yourself into a more powerful being was so inspiring.
Sorry, how do you get inspired by that?
Seriously.
Now, I was with Eyepatch Wolf talking about, seeing Goku training and stuff that motivated me to train. That's inspiring. Absolutely. I can see your mind frame there. A character suddenly becoming stronger because emotions, I don't understand.
Just poof, transformation stronger. I don't understand how that's inspiring. I can understand how that's hype, but as for inspiring, because that's not something that you can do. You can't instantly become something else. You can't instantly improve your smarts or your strength or anything. But these people can.
I think every kid dreamed of doing. However, as I got older, I started to realize that what was once the coolest thing ever became a recurring trope. Not just in Dragon Ball Z, but in so many shonen that came after, and started to become a meme. And the more time...
Purely transformation?
Yeah, I don't think... It's not the same type of thing.
Yeah, no. It's not just the transformation.
Luffy trained, Ichigo trained, Saitama trained.
You gotta look around. You gotta look at the things around it. Yeah, Goku trained, but
it has nothing to do with Super Saiyan. Literally nothing.
Absolutely
Don't hit me with this bush. 4-year-olds are transforming. 4-year-olds.
He wasn't 4.
What was he, 6?
I think it was like 7. Maybe 9.
Transforming.
Means nothing.
Means nothing.
And that's why you just gotta go bigger and higher and more and more. And it can never stop. Because people are trying to recreate that feeling of, yeah. So when Vegeta goes...
6, 7. That's how old Goten is. Because Goku was dead for 7 years.
Uh-oh.
So 6, 7.
That might be it. Let's just chitty check real quick. Not that this matters. But,
Any other age I do not accept.
Birth date 767. Date of death 774. And that's when Kid Buu blew up the Earth.
7 years.
7 years. Look at that.
Time passes by, the more we forget how important this moment was. But I'm here to remind everyone how truly special this moment is.
It's special because we hadn't seen anything like it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it. And hopefully you explain why it's special to anime, but it seems to be just, this started the trend of transformations. And if that's what you're saying, well, I don't think that's true at all.
And to do that, we need to imagine a world where shonen wasn't what it is today. Imagine a world without My Hero Academia. Imagine a world...
Oh, blessings upon me! Oh, the glorious world. Because, y'all, I sat my balls down and I watched My Hero World Mission. And guess what? That sucks!
No, it couldn't have
It
sucked.
is bad.
Can't suck.
It's real bad.
No, not real bad.
My mistake. It's not bad. It's just boring.
I mean, that's some of the worst out there. I'd rather you be.
That's what I said in my description in the Discord, where I'm just like, this is my little review. It's boring, and that's the worst thing that you can be. But it's also really, really bad. I had to. It was like 20 minutes left, and I had to pause the movie and just stop it for like 30 minutes because I'm like, Bakugo did something that pissed me off more than he has ever pissed me off.
How?
Would you like to know what happens?
Is it gonna impact when I watch it?
I don't think so because you don't have the connection that I do. It's something about All Might.
Yeah, let's hear it. I'll write down that it's a spoiler.
So, he has a horrible fight. And he just bulged his way to a victory. It's a bad fight. And then after the fight, it pans up from his legs to his head, and he's doing All Might's fist up in the air. And I was shaking. I was like, you don't do that. Bakugo number 1. Number 2 after this turd fight. Alright? You don't. Pissed. Y'all. Is gentle being eviscerated worth never having My Hero at all? Is the good...
Would it be worth living in a world with no My Hero if it means never knowing Mirio or Gentle?
Mirio, Gentle, All Might. Dang, maybe it's not worth it to just Thanos snap it. Cause I love them 3. LeBron as well. Maybe it's not worth it, but y'all, make no mistake.
I don't know, dude. Because to just feel that heartbreak of how amazing it was to how just unbelievable trash it is these days.
The fall hurts.
So much. It hurts worse than Naruto. Because of these Naruto, I didn't have too many frames of references. By the time My Hero came out, I had a lot of anime under my belt, and I still loved it. And now, it's just worse than the War Arc in Naruto.
I think that My Hero was better for longer and had higher peaks than Naruto. So that's what makes that big drop lower. Because it's just like, you falling from a 10-story building, yeah, that's bad. But you falling from 50 stories, you dead. There's no coming back. Yeah, I think we're keeping My Hero for those 3 or 4 characters.
This might be
Himiko
good.
as well.
This might be good for like a stream. Is it worth getting rid of this piece of media for all the good it did for you and the things you liked about it? Because I would probably get rid of Naruto.
I'd get rid of Naruto. I don't think there's enough good in Naruto to keep it around.
The only thing is like Rock Lee, and Rock Lee's the boy.
Yeah.
But he just don't do enough shit because the boy. Yeah, I might get rid of...
But then
I don't know if I would get rid of Bleach.
I wouldn't.
I love the Soul Society.
Yeah.
I loved Rukia.
Substitute Soul Reaper. That's some good stuff. It's some bad stuff in Bleach, but it never really gets like mind-bogglingly horrible. It's just
you're a liar.
Mother.
You are a liar.
Doesn't do that a lot.
Okay.
Let me amend that.
I'm sorry.
I can feel Gavin in the future typing because Gavin is getting through there.
Where is he?
Oh yeah,
1,000-Year Blood War.
Oh yeah, he's not having a time.
Good. Feel it.
Without One Piece, imagine a world without Naruto. Imagine a world without Bleach. And imagine a world without Hunter x Hunter. Imagine that all of these manga and anime
I'd get rid of Hunter x Hunter in a heartbeat. It's brought forth these theme monsters like no other.
This is true.
People immediately, as soon as you go Chimera, and Chimera, they're already just going. the tongue is up to the teeth just to form the th for theme.
I'd have to think about that one. Now, would you get rid of part 5?
Yes.
I don't think I would. I like Mista. I love Bruno.
I love
Grateful
Trish.
Dead.
I love in Spice Girl is my second favorite stand. I think so, because there's a lot of just clunkers in
Yes,
there.
it's a lot of clunkers. It's probably got the worst fight of all of JoJo, but it's got a top 3 fight.
Absolutely.
Bruno is Dugo.
Absolutely.
Mista and Naracha's cool.
Sure, but then you got a Bakio, which is nothing.
Doing nothing.
You got Gio, nothing.
Doing
You got
nothing.
Fugo, nothing.
Doing nothing. Oh, dude, Brick Snake is horrid.
Brick Snake.
Man in the Mirror fight, that was not hit. But to get rid of all of what I like about part 5.
Dude, Fate?
Here
Dia?
goes this
Dia?
This Fate bush is killing me. I understand. It's the same thing as your Hunter thing.
It's a lot of the conversation around it, which is hurting it as well.
We might need to do this stream.
Exist, and that world existed for a very long time. But here comes a manga and anime.
But you acting like those anime were dogs. Like, oh, now we're getting the historic awesome stuff.
People love Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, Astro Boy was good in its own right. JoJo was kicking around way before. When Super Saiyan was going on, they were in part 4. And that's money. Don't act like, oh, anime 1960, 1966, whenever it started coming out, whatever. We got 40 years of dogs. But then Super Saiyan and Dragon Ball hit, and that's when the quality came. This is quality time. Money go up. No, dude, don't act like this is the genesis of anime and creativity and love being inspired.
That defied everything that came before it. One that reached for a very long time.
That was
But here-
Asta no Joe. I've just started reading that. It's pretty good.
You need some Ippo fix. Oh, dude, this fight at Ippo is hit. It's hitting.
So.
Just like
Are you caught up?
Step on his foot.
Oh my goodness! Him just like, why haven't I've had so many opportunities to elbow him in the eye. What the f am I doing? I'm like, don't do it. You got the people behind you. You're better than this. It's so good.
I mean, he's probably not gonna win, but
No, probably not.
I love it.
But he's gonna learn something. It's just like, I'm not that person back there anymore. It is, oh my goodness. This is the stuff I want. Not this chapter by chapter teasing of Ippo. Maybe
The
putting on the
return.
gloves again. I don't need that. Kill that. Give me this good boxing.
Either give me good boxing or give me good slice of life. I'll take either one.
that world existed for a very long time. But here comes a manga and anime that defied everything that came before it. One that reached heights never before.
No, okay, how did it defy everything before it? It was a comedy gag manga with adventure that eventually became a fighting manga. How did it defy comedy and gag mangas before? How did it defy action manga before? What you're basically talking about is it got real popular. So it defied conventions by being popular?
There is a manga that debuted in 1968, which is one step higher in most sold copies than Dragon Ball. Doraemon is a couple steps below, and it came out in 69. Tokyo Beat Cops.
Nice.
Nice. 1976. Again, these are all just close to Dragon Ball. You acting like these is selling 3 million copies worldwide, lifetime, and then here comes Dragon Ball destroying records. It's not like that, homie. It's just that this is one of the things that we got over here. It's just that for some reason it got lucky and it hit in Japan. That's all this is.
Seen in Japan and eventually reached every corner of the world. It blew up. Where I come from, everybody knew about it. Everybody was watching it. The whole country stopped to witness this fight-centric cartoon.
Oh,
yes,
the whole country?
The whole country of children?
Yeah. Dude, you're just using anecdotal evidence. The whole country where I'm from. Show some statistics. Don't just say this stuff. Yeah, it was popular. But was Dragon Ball... Do you think that Dragon Ball was any more popular than something like a Pokemon? I say it was like on the level. Maybe Dragon Ball was like 2 or 3 steps higher, but... Like, who was bumping Dragon Ball trading cards?
Yeah, I don't think Dragon Ball had a game out that was hitting like Pokemon.
this was before people knew what anime was. Before it
Ooh, Speed Racer, bruh.
Yo, Speed Racer.
No, absolutely not.
It was already a trope with the fast talking. Oh,
yeah, that comes from Speed Racer specifically.
Yeah, I'm dubbed and everything.
became the community we are now so proud of being a part of.
I am not proud of the anime community. Y'all are terrible at
There's
times.
a lot of memers, and I am too old for that bush.
It's not even the memers that gets me. It's the misogyny. It's the gatekeeping. It's the hype over substance and all this bullshit.
Well, the Demon Slayer crowd is just, that's what's killing me.
People review bombing each other's series. Like,
what is all that?
I'm not proud of this
there's
bullshit.
no reason to be proud of that. What are you doing? Chill out, everybody.
Before seasonal anime existed. Because if not for Akira Toriyama, if not for Dragon Ball,
Pause.
and
Choose your next words very carefully, sir. Very carefully. I don't want to hear you spouting this bush. Please don't.
Here we go.
Please don't.
Here's the
I'm
pressing
so
play.
afraid of what he's about to say.
Here's me pressing play right now.
Because if not for Akira Toriyama, if not for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, the world of anime would be very different than what it is today.
Sure.
Yes.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Agreeable.
But again, take away One Piece. You can say the same thing. Take away JoJo. You can say the same thing. Most influential animes, nothing again. Fantastic. Most influential anime, you take them away, things will change. Change in what way? There's no real way. And knowing exactly how it would change, because somebody would have eventually come up with the more wide mainstream transformation.
Something eventually would have hit.
Yes. And then everybody would have aped off of that. It would have just been another Dragon Ball. And it probably would have been for the better. Because Dragon Ball sucks. And it sort of fools people into thinking that it's good. It's like, no, this is the good stuff. The fight stuff is the good stuff. And all that other stuff is poop. Like, no.
It redefined Japanese animation in the same way Star Wars redefined cinema.
How did those two things redefine the things that they were part of?
It redefined it, homie. We
now,
out here.
I am fine with you saying it captured the imagination of a lot of people, especially Star Wars, but practical effects were around for a long time. I don't know what it redefined in the space of cinema.
I'm not too well versed in
and
Star
I am not
Wars.
too well versed. That's why I'm asking. But as far as
we're willing to learn, if you got a comment talking about, hey, look up this historical document or page or whatever. We're willing to learn about
I'll watch a documentary on it.
Sure, seems interesting.
But Dragon Ball redefined what? Japanese animation?
You said Japanese animation.
How did it do that?
Because we were already doing cell shading and I don't.
More crazy is that Dragon Ball was never really supposed to be what it became. And to explain why, we need to talk about Akira Toriyama. Before Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama was always...
Hey, how is this about the Super Saiyan transformation?
We need to talk about Akira Toriyama, his thought processes, his way of making manga, and that way we can figure out exactly when it changed, and then when he became a visionary and he knew that he was going to change the world of anime and the world as a whole.
He wanted to make poop jokes mangas.
And people didn't want that.
And people gravitated more to the one-off fights. So they were like, yo, let's get some more fights.
Known for his comedic talent, manga like Dr. Slump conveyed perfectly his comedy through his cute and innocent art style.
How many Dragon Ball fans have read Dr. Slump?
It's gotta be very few. Because people ain't about that.
It's not about Toriyama that y'all clapping for. It's about Dragon Ball.
It is Dragon Ball. Because that's why in Dragon Ball Heroes is still on air. Because it's just a recognizable, hey, here's Goku. That's why people are still bumping Super. Even though these past 2 or 3 chapters have just been granola.
Past 2 or 3 arcs have been...
the past 2 or 3 chapters have just been granola and gas fighting.
Don't roll your eyes.
Have you partaken in the manga of Super?
Bruh, I'll tell you right now. I haven't read Fire Force. I
Same
haven't
here.
read Super. I haven't read My Hero.
I have.
I haven't read Black Clover.
I haven't. I haven't read Boruto.
I haven't read Boruto since the last time we talked about it on stream. Right when New Moon Mama or whoever came out, where it's just like I can make them feel whatever I want or whatever.
All right, thanks.
Yeah,
all right, thanks,
I haven't
Boruto.
read since
cool.
then. It's probably been a good 18 chapters since then. I wouldn't know.
I was just catching up in manga. And I was just like, Boruto. Oh, it says 6 new chapters, huh? Swoop, swoop, swoop.
Let's see where I am in Boruto. I could probably.
I have no interest in going
if I didn't delete it.
Pretend on purpose. It's just like, oh no, it just got deleted. I'll bring it back.
13 chapters behind Boruto.
That is a year and a month.
13. The last one I read came out 4/20/2021. Oh, dude, I'm so far behind Boruto.
I shudder to think what awaits in the annals of Boruto. That is a scary thought. There's Boruto content out there. Oh my goodness.
I am 2 chapters behind in Super.
You need to get.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
The next chapter's title is called something like Goku's Decision or Goku's Choice or something. That's gonna be interesting.
Is it? Hey, where's Vegeta's power that can dissipate people's energy?
Oh, we're not doing that no more.
Where is it?
He forgot it. It was useful in that situation.
And it can't be useful in any other situation ever.
Oh, no. Apparently not. He got alter ego now. You gotta hit me and then I'll get stronger somehow. Some way. It makes sense. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, I'm flat on the ground, huh? I lost again. Are y'all surprised?
What? Vegeta fans.
What
is it gonna take?
When?
What is it gonna take for you to finally go, I no longer believe?
I gotta stop hoping. There's no point in hoping. I'm just gonna accept
Don't bring up Trunks
now.
in hope machine. Don't do that bullshit. This is real talk. What is it gonna take for you to finally go, my God, Vegeta's a bum, and I just gotta accept that?
Because in the whole of Super, he got Super Saiyan God, Blue, Sparkly Blue, and Ultra Ego.
Pieced up.
Ain't beaten no one.
Oh, he beat Toppo. Clap.
Okay, cool. Oh, people jizz over that fight. You know why? Because he's essentially beating Majin Vegeta. Somebody who...
Are you serious?
This
is not the discourse going on.
Someone who threw away their principles for strength, like Majin Vegeta. So he defeated himself. And thus, he earned the final explosion and survived it. Yo, them buffs is wildin'.
I can't even picture how you come to a conclusion like that. Like, I can't think of the mind of a person. It's so antithetical to what I think of, to where I'm like, Vegeta's defeating himself because Topo also threw away thing for power.
Now you have that cursed knowledge as I do.
Hey, how about you drink something in a movie, piece of shit?
And I will always look at it.
And I always look at it.
And I'm like, you ain't drinking nothing.
Just stop putting cups in people's hands or put a liquid in there, please. Anybody.
It's so easy.
Exactly how Dragon Ball also started as. But with its ongoing success, Toriyama started to be more and more creative with each saga.
Oh, no. The editors got in his ear and went, hey, let's pump up them fights.
People like that.
Going from comedy to a mix of both until it reached the Piccolo Daimao saga. With the first death of Krillin, the series would never go back to its joyful and comedic beginnings.
But it still has a mix of comedy and fights. Look at Great Saiyan Man. Just look at that. Look at Boo. He's poking Muffs in the eyeballs. It's like, oh, this is horrific, but kind of funny.
Back to its joyful and comedic beginnings. Instead, it decided to push the story and characters into a more dramatic route, forcing Goku to grow in a way he had never really done before. It's also no surprise that the decision for Goku to grow from a young boy to a young adult was also made. The series was now focused on drama and fighting, and the decision was also made to change the way Dragon Ball was being made as an anime. The original Dragon Ball anime was being produced in the same vein as Dr. Slump, which meant that the visual style was intended to be more cute and funny rather than the serious tone that it was becoming. And while the manga was always called
What do you mean? You could talk about how the art style changed. Look, sharper angles. His eyes, it used to be like closed circles, now they're open circles. Harsher, like color tones. Talk about something. Don't just say it changed. That means nothing. When you just put something next, that's not how you do things. That's not how you convince somebody. That's not how you explain how something goes from something to another thing.
The commenter that was just like, I never saw Dragon Ball, but I'm convinced that is how, sir. Sir.
Okay, you'll get people like that. Mm-hmm. Surely. Bummed. But people like us, when we go, yeah, I watched Dragon Ball. What do you mean the art style changed? What do you mean? Don't just say it did.
Okay. How many commenters are there versus how many us there are?
There's a lot more commenters.
There's a lot more gamer Joshes.
Admittedly. Yeah, absolutely. But I got nothing.
Okay,
I just
Vegeta
said but,
fan.
And I hope that something would come to me.
Vegeta fan. You just keep believing, sir. You just keep believing that there's people out there going, yo, what do you mean when you say the color? What do you, or...
No, just the animation change.
Yeah,
that was
what
it.
do you mean, sir? Oh, no, wait, no, I'm just supposed to be clapping and hoping for that Vegeta dub.
I didn't say that there was more. I said that there were some people out there.
And those so people, minuscule.
Absolutely.
That is not worth mentioning.
Absolutely. We are absolutely outnumbered. But is it worth not saying that we're here and putting a stink up?
No, it's not worth saying that. But you can't believe that you're making a difference with your 4 people questioning what the guy meant by an animation change instead of the 97,000 going, yeah, it did change.
We're 3 people outside the GM building. Let's unionize. Like, this ain't doing nothing.
It's the Westboro Baptist Church 2 months outside the Super Bowl going, hey, this is decadence.
Outside anime cons like, Jesus, this is sin. It's like, okay, dude, whatever. no, that's not good. That's not what I want to think about.
I mean, all you gotta do is look at anime video essays and how much clap they get.
It's a lot of clap. It's big clap.
And it's them essentially saying nothing. A bunch of platitudes to make people clap. A bunch of things that make people feel good about the things they already like. And then a bunch of things that make you think slightly below the surface from tales from their butts.
Like Topo being Majin Vegeta.
Straight. Oh, I can't see it. Like, you right. And that's what they want.
And that's what it is.
And then you've got us 4 outside of the anime convention going, yo, that don't make sense. We're the people that's yelling, stop having fun in the meme. We're the ones going, what do you mean animation changed? What do you mean it changed all of animation and Japanese anime? Stop having fun. We're the wet blanket, sir.
It shouldn't be like that.
How should it be?
People should have that knowledge, or at least the common sense, to just not absorb the information that he's saying and then go back and just go, the animation changed, and just think about it like, how did it change? You should have that thought of not just accepting that it changed, but questioning, how did it change? Because he didn't provide that information.
Anti-vax there, sir.
And then it's on you to figure out.
Yeah, no, just accept.
It's just questions. I just got questions. I'm sorry. And until these questions are answered, maybe I don't get the vax. Maybe I do. But hey, I've just got questions.
Oh, dude, I got words on the podcast on Sunday.
Oh no.
These whole fighting game tournament Mubs want to boycott. One of the biggest in the world.
Questions.
Because they said, hey, you need to be vaccinated. You need your mask. Well, I'm not going in. I'm boycotting. Somebody had a great tweet. It was just like, how you boycotting when you not allowed?
You're not going, but you're not allowed entry. They give your money anyway. What?
Mubs already like, yo, I need a fake vax card. Who got the hookup?
Just do it.
Just do it. You would rather spend $200, $300, $500 on a fake card
and risk yourself
instead of just taking 3 jabs over 3 months.
It's undeniable. The numbers.
Numbers are.
They ain't dying from cheetah attacks. Moms ain't just dropping. This didn't happen in 2019. What do you think is going on?
The rain didn't suddenly become poisonous. This Mubs in Seattle dropping like flies.
What? Come on.
What do you think is happening? What do you think the vaccine does at this point? I've seen people say it alters your DNA. What it causes infertility.
All right. And scientist man, explain how. Links to an article. It's like, okay, so you're not going to explain it.
In blog. I know there was somebody on my Facebook that linked to an article, and I read the article. Here's what they said. All they saw was the headline. Vaccines causing deaths. And I read it, and it went, in patients with dementia over the age of 70, it increased their chances of complications from the vaccine. So it's not recommended for those to get it. Vaccine not recommended, causes death. That's all the headline.
I told y'all.
Read!
Toei Animation felt that creating a new anime for the upcoming sagas would be the right move to not only portray the narrative better, but also bring in more money and viewers for the show. So, after the 23rd Martial Arts Tournament saga, Toei Animation brought in 2 key creators from Saint Seiya to helm this new...
That's a transformation show!
Yes, it was. But, it didn't change things
with
forever.
drama and action!
It didn't change things.
Because it wasn't popular like that!
Dragon Ball just for some reason hit. And being a longtime Dragon Ball fan, having seen a bunch of videos, having been in the moment, having seen all these Twitter threads and Reddits and all that, I don't know why it hit. I can never explain why it hit, but it did, and it got lucky, and that's why we here.
It was different, and it was one of the first things we saw that was different.
It could just be the simplicity of it. Just like, hey, you can miss a couple episodes, and yeah, Raccoon is down, but you basically got what's going on.
I think because we missed half the series, and we were good. So yeah, I think it's just that I think the story is simple enough. The story is simple enough where you could just pick up on wherever you jump in, you could just kind of pick up on what's going on.
Anime. This new anime would be called Dragon Ball Z. For many people, especially those who lived in the United States and United Kingdom, Dragon Ball Z would be the first entry into this world. They had no idea that they were jumping in midway through the story. They had no idea that the protagonist started as a young boy rather than the adult and parent he had become. They had no idea how much effort it took him to finally win the martial arts tournament. And they had no idea how incredible it was to witness Goku and Piccolo, the protagonist and villain of the previous arc, forced to fight alongside each other against someone who's way stronger than they were.
Yeah, we had no clue, but you know what? Still clap, cause wow, cool.
Yep. You basically got what you needed. Enemies, strong, training, childish man, go.
But it didn't matter. It didn't matter how or where you started watching Dragon Ball, because once you started, you couldn't stop. The ongoing narrative that the show had glued you to your seat. With each saga...
What you do? What this? You couldn't stop and it glued you to your seats. Come on now. I was glued to my seat in the Buzz Lightyear cartoon. What does that mean?
I remember there was an episode of Angry Beavers I always missed, and I was always mad about it. I was glued to my seat for Ed, and Eddie.
They would do Rugrats marathons, and I'd be sitting there watching it.
And Teen Titans.
Dumb little fat kids. It ain't mean nothing. It just, hey, I ain't gotta go outside and something's on. Don't act like it's something it ain't.
With each punch, with each sacrifice, to witness the stakes rise higher and higher, and to see our main characters exceed their own expectations. Because Dragon Ball became about this, to grow stronger with each battle, to overcome each obstacle, to finally defeat the most villainous of foes. And those heights were reached with the first two sagas of Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan saga and the Frieza saga. What set these two sagas apart from everything that came before it was how Toriyama had really mastered the build-up of a story. He realized that Goku was going to be the strongest of the main characters, and so found ways to...
He always was.
Yeah.
How did Dragon Ball Z, it was not him figuring that out. He always was.
Stole his appearance until the last possible second. Thanks to this, he was able to really focus on the characters he had introduced beforehand and slowly show how powerful the villains were. Whether it was witnessing the horrific deaths
That's mad artificial. Cause hey, Job Your Death thing just doesn't happen if Goku's just there.
It's a lot of drama that is not caused if Goku was simply there.
And so we have to figure out why he's not there. They brought him back to life, but he's still on King Kai's planet. Oh, okay. So now he has to jump back.
Even though the Dragon Balls are said to revive you where you died.
Sometimes they say that. They sure did. That absolutely happened in Resurrection F. That sure did happen when they were just like bring Krillin back, and it's like he's gonna be floating in space. Them rules, boy. I want to just go down to in Dragon Ball wiki and just go, here are all the rules, and just go, all right, that was contradicted this time, that was contradicted here, because it's just willy-nilly. Whatever needs to happen needs to happen.
Show how powerful the villains were, whether it was witnessing the horrific deaths of these characters during the Saiyan saga, which almost...
What characters? Who are they? We don't know them.
It's really just Tien just showing up, and Yamcha. It's like, oh, it's Tien and Yamcha. Tien used a one-handed tri-beam against Nappa. Mm-hmm. Why didn't he grow extra arms?
Shut up.
Surely.
Hey, a 6-arm tri-beam of using
Why hasn't
his
he
life
ever done
force?
that? If he knew he was just gonna die, just put 100% of 100% in there.
Why did he die from this, but not from the Cell one? When he did so much more with it, holding down a much stronger foe. He couldn't have been more than 4 times what he was in the Saiyan saga. Simply could not be.
And here, he did that one blast, and did he do any other attacks? I think he had a little punch up with no, because Nappa just came up and knocked his arm off, and that was it. So he just had that one shot, and it's like, oh, this attack can just kill him. It uses his life force, but every time he uses it afterwards, he's fine. What is this? It's stupid.
No, sir, you're not. I can't confirm nor deny because I honestly do not remember what happened in that moment. It's been so long since I've seen
he just and then he just fell over dead. Why did an explosion just kill Yamcha?
What do you mean?
What about that explosion killed him, but didn't
concussive to his chest and started?
So if they would have rolled him over, it'd have just been just gone.
It stopped his heart. Concussive, not piercing. Concussive. So the inside, but blues,
but nothing else. But everything else is absolutely fine.
His heart. Because
they just went, all right, scoop him up and then put him in chamber because we need the body. But they didn't need. Why were they just like, we need their body? But Chaozu is able to be resurrected.
I think it was the Namekian Dragon Ball that did it for him, which are a different set of rules.
Yeah, you're right. But they just went, all right, scoop him up.
I honestly do not believe they used the phrase.
Obviously, they used scoop him up in such a moment. But they went, hey, we gotta collect their body,
scoop them up.
But they went, we gotta preserve their bodies,
ice cream them muffs, scoop.
But they were just absolutely.
They didn't have to preserve Goku's body; he just disappeared.
How did Tien gain his arm back?
Wait, why did Goku disappear when he died? But Piccolo didn't, and. Well, Kami did, but Piccolo didn't, and Yamcha didn't, or Tien, and none of them.
And they were given a body in the afterlife.
Why was Piccolo given a body in the afterlife if Vegeta wasn't?
Why does Tien have 2 arms?
That's the afterlife. What do you mean?
When he comes back. Because they put it, they just went, all right, scoop him up. And they put them in this little capsule because they're like, we need their body. And then the soul comes back to the body.
They've got capsule technology. I'm sure they can reattach a limb.
Okay, how did Krillin die initially?
In which one?
The original Dragon Ball.
Somebody killed him. It wasn't Tien or somebody.
No. How did he die?
Like a broken neck or something. I believe it was a broken neck.
So they fixed his neck and then put his soul back in? Or did they put his soul back in?
They've got capsule technology. So, of course, they can heal a broken neck.
We could just accept that. They got capsule technology.
How many wheelchairs have you seen in
this month got to sit in Goku and Namek for
13 hours. How many wheelchairs did you see in Dragon Ball? How many?
I don't believe I've ever seen a wheelchair in Dragon Ball.
Alright then. So all that spinal fusion, we done with it. We got capsules.
Spinal. Wait a second. Has there ever been one? I don't want to look up wheelchair Dragon Ball Z and get somebody in OC.
or get somebody that's like an amputee with like the 4-star Dragon Balls as
make
well.
Me sad.
It's just like, oh
yeah, it's just a bunch of memes.
All right then.
I'm just saying.
All right then.
You get that muff an arm back.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, it's capsules.
But we can't give future Gohan an arm back.
The capsules are done. It's a dystopian future where technology has been wiped out by technology.
But the irony. In Twilight Zone episode. Well, there's a lesson in here somewhere.
We'll find
I'm not smart enough to figure it out, but it's somewhere here.
During the Saiyan saga, which almost made it feel like you were watching a horror film, or the cats and...
What, sir? It did not feel like a horror film because I don't know who these muffs are. Yamcha got blown up. We couldn't see it on TV. Tien was down. Chaosu got the blowed up. And here comes Goku.
More questions.
Final
explosion. Use all of his energy. Turns it to stone. Tien doesn't?
No.
For what purpose?
He didn't use all of his energy.
But just enough to die.
Yep.
Why didn't he use all of it then?
He tried to.
If he knew he was going to die.
He couldn't muster it because his arm was missing.
Okay, so he can grow new arms.
He can grow different arms.
Okay, he can grow...
That expands.
It's a man. And on the street, I punch you for that.
What? I'm right. Mom's just mad because they wrong. Want to punch somebody in the street because they incorrect.
New arms. Motherfucker, you know what I'm... Wham!
mouse chase that made it so thrilling to watch during the Frieza saga, which I feel is Togashi's biggest influence in making Hunter x Hunter. And when Goku...
Just thrilling. Just
a thrilling chase. How many chases were there?
There was that.
Mirrorwim maybe? Something in there chasing.
There's
Pito?
sub 5.
Sub 3 maybe.
I'm just giving a little leeway.
Chasing Kurapika, the Phantom Troop?
Sure.
That's 2.
I'm sure there was
chasing after Gang.
I was about to say I'm sure there's
that's
some
not a
chasing
chase.
in Greed Island, but that arc eludes me.
Bruh. The Hunter exam, I'm sure there was some chasing there.
Sure. That's why I say it's sub 5.
I mean, it's sub 5 arcs.
finally showed up, it was evident how strong he had really become, making these moments...
Pause. But now we have to just go, alright, this bastard went from 600 to 9,000 to, what, 180,000?
180,000.
But in between, in from beginning of Dragon Ball to the end of Dragon Ball, he just went from, what, like 10 to 600? What is this incremental huge jump from there?
I think he was 1,200 in against Raditz.
I think it was 1,200 when he did the Kamehameha, which boosted his attack.
So, or was he boosting his power for the Kamehameha? Let's just say max he was at 1,200. So he went from 1,200 to 9,000 because that's what his max was if he wasn't Kaioken. So as a kid, he was in the 150 to 300 range. And that's good enough to deflect bullets off your head.
But now,
and again, so let's just cut it and just say 250. He went from 250 to 600 in all them years, and then from 600 to 180,000 from 250 to 1200, and then from 1200 to 180,000. He went from less than 10 times as strong to over 100 times as strong in the space of a year and a half.
That's too much too fast. That's just frankly just like, well, now what? Especially when you got Tien over there. He's probably only at 8,000 come android time.
He's doing his best. He trained every day.
But he just ain't got it like Goku. Oh, I just get hurt and now it's just like, oh, just double my strength raw.
How does it feel to be training your entire life, fighting your entire life, mastering techniques your entire life, and then a 7-year-old with his finger could destroy you?
Easily. And then
That's gotta feel like...
You just gotta watch as you're dead, as King Kai goes, oh, Goku is at 180,000 power level. He's in the goo for 3 hours. He hops out and he's 3 million now. You can't compete. Humans can't compete. So now you just go, either you're a Saiyan, you're Piccolo with this one massive power boost that he has over there, or you're nothing.
Piccolo should just be boosting his balls off. He should just be grabbing every Namekian. Yo, that would be awesome! A Namekian arc where it's just a Namekian. Just absorbing other Namekians. Getting super strong through that. That would be an awesome arc.
And then
they would it up.
They would feel like a huge fire lever over at the village, and then that one evil Namekian just threatened people like, I will kill you all. We all just gotta chill. It's just like, who's the imposter? I don't know. And then they gotta check each person slowly. Nah, we're not doing that. Because then you have to just go, alright, so there's just this dude, and he's absorbing these randos, and he's just blue level now, and we just have to somehow justify that.
But we don't even need to justify it, because we've seen the power boost a single Namekian gives you if you're a warrior.
Sure.
Just imagine he has a way to go to the alternate universe.
He was just scooping all of them.
And he's just scooping them boys.
And this is just the final one. So he just comes in built blue level. Even just like develop something like, yeah, I can just absorb other people now. So it's like, okay, we can't let them touch us.
In all my dealings of absorbing, usually you have to give it willingly to let a Namekian absorb you. But I found a way to absorb energy from my own kind without their permission. And then he just tries it on in Goku. And it's just like, it's not as effective, but I'm still taking your
They would f it up.
Just a murder mystery strongman on Namek!
Nope. But then he would
get Piccolo in there.
He would absorb somebody, and then all of a sudden he would just look like Cell, and then it'd just be a punch up.
Toriyama got one design to draw. That man is a Build-A-Bear and Mr. Potato Head Mom.
He got a stencil where he's just like done.
He got a drawing tablet where it's just like, have you ever seen Control-Alt-Delete?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the eyes. Just the...
Oh, this video.
Really powerful. But for it to not become stale, Dragon Ball needed something that had never been done before. Something that would change the game.
Okay, to not become stale, it had to do something it had never done before. So now it's still just doing that exact thing, just with a different type of transformation.
Yes.
Is it stale? So then, if no, I have to submit that transformations alone, or not having a transformation, would not have made it stale. Unless you just need the new colors for your eyes.
And plus, we've already have 2 transformations up until this point. The Kaioken and the Ozaru.
It's not transformation, it's just a boost.
I mean, I'd say Ozaru was a
Frieza was a transformation. He transformed like 4 times.
Where we arrive at the beginning of this video, after Goku...
Wow, 7 minutes later, almost 8 minutes later.
Yeah, boy.
He's finally going to talk about how it changed the game.
Finally.
Goku launches the Spirit Bomb. Our protagonists believe that Frieza, the most villainous of foes...
Dude, you've already explained this! This is essay bullshit! As I said in the beginning.
As previously stated, copy-paste.
Change 4 words.
Has been defeated, only for him to reveal that he is still alive. And that's why they are so scared here.
Oh, dude. This is legitimately essay boy.
If he was gonna do that, at least use the Budokai footage. At least hey, I'm having a little bit of fun here. I changed up the footage.
Our heroes have tried everything to defeat him, but he is just too strong, with important characters losing their lives in the process, including the villain of the previous arc. Not even Goku, who had gotten so strong, came close to doing so. Frieza...
Why did they stand there and let him transform 3 separate times?
We can't stop this.
It's already going on.
He's already boosted up.
I don't know what's gonna happen if we stop him, but I'm a fear to that. I can understand the final form, but it's just in this alien form, it's already killing us. What? How can we stop him? We're not gonna be able to stop him. But Vegeta was on par with first form Frieza. Just let him do it. Piccolo was stronger than second form Frieza. Just let him do it. And nobody could stop him for third form.
Frieza is still alive. Nothing can defeat him. Our villain suddenly attacks Piccolo.
Bro.
What did he hit?
What do you mean? He hit his chest.
What's in there?
Bruh.
No. What's in there?
We don't know how many hearts Namekians have. That's where they're located.
We just have to assume that Frieza is well enough knowledgeable of the Namekian anatomy. They just... Oh no, it can't even be that because he aimed for Goku and Piccolo just knocked him out of the way.
No, that's what happened.
So he knocks him out of the way. Wait, where was he aiming?
Goku's chest.
Because Piccolo is much taller.
Head. He was aiming for Goku's head. And Piccolo's boot.
I'm thinking that
chest.
it would have hit his jaw.
Yeah, throat, whatever.
Whatever.
Hey. What's that?
Okay, but why Death Beam and then in Big Help Me Boom? Why didn't he start with that?
Because I could do whatever.
Why did
he let Goku do whatever he was doing if his plan was just to kill him anyway?
Why did he go for Krillin? If he was just like, Goku, oh, Piccolo blocked you. Okay, now Krillin. This guy is the only mother that can contest me. And I'm going to shoot for him first. And then I'm going to stop aiming for him and go for his friend.
Yep.
Now, you could be like, Frieza, villain, torture your friends in front of you.
But that wasn't the plan in the beginning.
But that wasn't the plan, because he aimed for Goku #1. If he aimed for Goku, hit Piccolo and Frieza, and Goku went, no. He just went, that'd be something. But he just went, all right. Can I do this? Let me try this out.
Stopping me. Oh yeah, let me try this new ability. I just thought of it. And squeak. Wow, that worked.
Holy crap. What did I just do? What was that?
Hey, can I do that on anybody? Or is it only going to work on weaker people? I don't know what happened. Because his chest went up, so it blew him up from the inside
out. And I squeezed my hand, and it expanded. So I closed my hand, and it expands. How exactly does that work? Oh, the Super Saiyan.
and then, in one fell swoop, kills Krillin, Goku's best friend, Goku's first ever rival, Goku's companion.
Oh, dude. This is unbelievable stretching.
Yes, it is.
This is unwarranted padding.
He rocked down on planet Namek, and his son had a broken neck. I guess that wasn't enough. And he's like, boy, I hope
if
I can.
don't make it, he could still be wished back by the Dragon Balls, but Krillin
is perma-dead.
Perma-dead.
20 episodes later, he's back.
Yeah, because in the Namekian Dragon Ball, see, it's different rule sets. And
You said that.
Companion throughout all of his life, and this time,
Pause.
Krillin was.
Oh no! What are we doing?
Krillin literally said, I haven't seen you in 7 years, Goku. Ain't friends enough for a fine how do you do, I guess.
Nope. Yeah, that's just the way Goku is, though. It's the same thing that happened with Bulma, if that's still canon.
Oh. But they know how to sense energy. So what's stopping Krillin from contacting Goku
He's
and
got his
finding
own
him
things
and
going
seeing?
on.
He has nothing going on.
He's got his own.
What
thing.
does he have going
He's
on?
discovering himself, living in Kami's house.
Also, apparently, Bulma didn't check in either because she was just like, "Hey."
I mean, how's she supposed to find?
And
Goku?
apparently, Krillin didn't check in on Yamcha. He was like, "Where's Yamcha? What the?
Would you check in on Yamcha?
Fair." He's just like a friend of a friend. It's just like, oh, he's coming. It's like, oh, great.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing Yamcha. Cool.
Cool.
Ever rival, Goku's companion throughout all of his life, and this time, Krillin was supposedly gone for good, because he had been wished back to life once already. We've gone through everything.
Yeah, he didn't disappear, and his body was in the same place. What's going on? What is the dragon? What happened? What are we doing here, Dragon Ball? The rules just don't matter.
They only matter when they matter.
For what they need to matter for.
Yes. In the moment.
This is awful.
It's horrible.
What are you doing, Dragon Ball?
It just changes so much on a dime. Sometimes you need the body. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes the body will come back where it died. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll come back in the exact state that it came back in the case of Frieza. Muff came back in chunks. Sometimes it just won't.
With Goku, you got to know him, see his journey, and eventually became about him getting
I don't know why you're showing this. We didn't see this.
We didn't get to know none of this.
So Krillin essentially is just some dude. They spent the beginning of Dragon Ball. Goku dies. He showed up. He helped with Vegeta, and then he was on planet Namek. They showed up. Krillin dies. That's some dude. Don't show all this like we got this. You done already said we didn't see this. So now, as we're watching Dragon Ball's the Super Saiyan transformation for the first time, we also somehow have knowledge of this pushing rock training. No, sir. You can't have it both ways. It can't be cool that we just started up in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z because that's just a good place to start. But also we have all this knowledge about Krillin and Goku's relationship. Nah.
Do you think Dragon Ball would have been as popular if we started with Dragon Ball?
I think there's enough that would make people have a good sense for Dragon Ball.
That's not what I asked you.
And then once Dragon Ball Z came on, history will have righted itself, and we're still on the same course.
stronger and overcoming.
Nothing changes. Except for people know who the Tao Pai Pai is.
And eventually became about him getting stronger and overcoming each obstacle, with each tournament arc, with each saga, becoming more and more serious. We saw his pitfalls, his sacrifices, even his death. And we saw him come back even stronger. We saw him reach heights never before seen and face the strongest people in the universe. We witnessed the tension that kept us glued to our seats, that kept us wanting more, that kept us rooting for Goku, only to see all of his efforts in vain and lose people dear to him again. We know what
it was person. Because essentially Piccolo is just some dude at this point.
This is filth.
This is
we're almost 10 minutes in and we don't know,
and we're glued to our seats. Glued to it. Don't you remember him just saying glued to
Yes, twice. This repeating essay is bush, dude. He has spent 10 minutes on the history of this bush before we get to what changed.
A lot changed.
There's less time for the title, the thesis of this than the before. It's a prologue. This month got a preamble and now it's just like, here's the body and it's half the time.
He's gonna say Super Saiyan soon.
feeling, the rage that is starting to consume him like never before, and now the most villainous of foes was threatening to kill his own son. Goku can't take it anymore. Rocks lift into the air, lightning strikes the Namekian sea, his eyes become white.
What the is with the lightning?
Hey, you remember when all the other transformations happened and lightning suddenly struck?
It did not.
Oh! Not a cloud in the sky. Oh, no, there's some clouds.
Trunks
not
didn't happen.
Nimbus.
Vegeta didn't happen.
He was in space, and that was filler.
Trunks didn't happen.
It was raining. There was some lightning. I'm sure.
Goten didn't happen.
We don't know how it happened.
Are we saying that? Yes, we did. We saw it.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No,
we saw it.
No, he could already do that.
We saw
and
it.
He was just like,
we saw it. Are we saying
that was filler?
Goku's rage is such that he is affecting the environment?
Aren't they
that
always?
He is somehow
causing
gravity. Lightning to crash with his anger or his energy? Yeah. What are we saying? What the is that one little cloud there? Two clouds there. Mm-hmm. Where is this lightning coming from?
The cloud above
What the is the lightning? You know what it is? It's a cool visual. It's a representation of his anger. But it doesn't make sense. But it's cool for the moment, so clap. We don't need to think about why it's happening. Yeah, we need to remember the moment of the lightning coming down and going, oh my goodness, the lightning. Not going, wait a second.
Why would I?
What?
No, never.
We need to have these thoughts. These things can't exist in a bubble.
Yeah, they do.
I know they do. And I know nothing's going to stop. Because like we said, anime is a sin, and they just walking in the con. We done said this. We done been through it. All right, we outnumbered. But come on now. Come on.
Now, I would have so much less problems. People were creating 10-minute videos disguised a 20-minute video explaining how awesome it was and how it changed everything.
And just going, the lightning crashes and the anger swells. And just go, wait, lightning? I would love for him to just explain, him just going, okay, listen to my script. His anger swells at his friend dying. The lightning crashes. I go, wait a second. How does lightning... Is the lightning absent of what's going on with Goku? Is that just lightning just hits and it's just like, oh, it's just lightning day or in Namek? Or did Goku do
day of lightning? Day, the fourth moon has risen and now it's lightning day.
All right, everybody in the huts, because this is hitting hard and fast.
They got like 7 suns. Like, where do they? Does it rain on Namek?
It got clouds.
That don't mean nothing.
What are the clouds doing then? The clouds get enough evaporation or water and then they expel it when they got too much. It's got water on Namek. It's got sun to create the vapors to go up into clouds, and then it swells up. I know I sound stupid. I don't know the production of clouds. Don't link me no production of clouds. I just know sun hit water evaporate into cloud get full, cloud make rain. All right, I'm baby moding it.
I will not take your clouds formation documentation, but hey, a documentary on what changed in Star Wars?
Absolutely. But I don't need to know exactly what happened with clouds.
I don't need that knowledge. I need my Star Wars knowledge
of the cloud.
Unless you don't.
Unless I don't. What else could happen here? It's not like a turtle comes up and just like, all right, turtle time, rain come. No.
Clouds form when the invisible water vapor in the air condenses into visible water droplets or ice crystals. For this, the air must be saturated, i.e. unable to hold water it contains in vapor form. So it starts to condense into a liquid or a solid form.
So we need some sort of evidence that doesn't happen on planet Namek.
Water vapors.
So it has water.
Vapors, though. Invisible water vapors.
Okay, so we need some sort of evidence that Namek cannot produce invisible water vapors.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, him sitting there reading off this script, I'm like, okay, what the is with the lightning?
Man, I would have been asking him way before this lightning.
Obviously, but here with the lightning, it's like, okay, this is an iconic moment, but what's with the lightning? Oh, it's just a representation of his anger.
I wonder if that's how it happened in the manga. Because I've never read the manga past Dragon Ball.
I have it basically on speed dial for arguments.
Really?
Yeah. Full colored, full translation, all this.
I done bookmarked this mother.
Yeah, boy, ready for it. Hey, he was purple in the manga.
Who?
Akabito. That was horrible. Oh, and Kai's kind of pink.
I like Kai's look better.
This might be. I don't know exactly how official this color is. We're in Cell territory. Could you look up? What am I talking about? Why could you look up? SSJ manga
Chapter.
I don't know what chapter it came out in. 318. Go.
Wow, this is just what we do, y'all. So shut up.
You know what it is.
If you haven't been here before, this is what we do.
Okay, it's 217. 218 is the fight starting. Piece of. I won't let you get away with this, freak. Nope.
Cool.
Eyes turn, hair up, Super Saiyan.
Cool.
Very cool. The anime took liberties, and now we have questions. And we're allowed to have these questions because it happened.
If you're mentioning lightning crashing, we're allowed to ask about the lightning.
Yep, absolutely. I do not like how his hair is. That is huge.
He
is all hair. This is a in Kids Next Door parody right here.
That's Billy and Mandy, boy.
Come on now, chill out, Toriyama. Look at what is this arm?
It's so huge.
Oh my goodness, his arm is going down to his foot, Toriyama. Don't tell me perspective.
Don't tell me perspective.
Yeah, so the lightning is a problem. What is this beam of light coming down?
That's the cloud god from the water vapors descending the gift of Super Saiyan.
Don't introduce more questions.
Honestly, would it even be that unbelievable for Dragon Ball? Honestly.
Well, dude, once they were just like, yeah, the Namekians in their ancient book of legends, it's like, okay, everything's it's right out the window now. Anything happens.
Two different interpretations of that shit. Oh, I gotta hit it.
And for a moment, his hair glows yellow, until he screams as loud as he can, a yellow aura surrounds him, and suddenly transforms into the legendary Super Saiyan. The moment that forever changed anime was here.
951 out of 1920, which means we have 928 left.
That's correct. Those are accurate times.
Though this is less time to describe why it is than the lead up to it is.
Hey, we can finally start the video. And aren't you happy about that at least?
No.
To give you an idea, this was the first time anybody had seen what a Super Saiyan was. The whole time during the Frieza saga,
Never mind, more backstories.
We haven't started the video yet.
we had heard of the legendary Super Saiyan, but had no idea.
What made it legendary? What's the legend? What is the legend of the Super Saiyan according to Vegeta? That there simply is one. Not how to obtain it, not what it looks like, not what it does, not how it improves you. Nothing but there is one and he's strong.
I honestly do not understand how Saiyans weren't so much stronger than they were. I do not understand.
If you can eat, sleep, get battle, get hurt, all these things just passively make you stronger. And even if it's just like, all right, whatever, none of that stuff, we still got S cells over here, which Toriyama said, so we have to take his canon. But then we have to go, wait a second, Gine was said to be extremely weak and she was doing a mundane job. So where's her S cells? Oh, I guess it doesn't really count there. So yeah,
Saiyans didn't have a big enough mad event.
Saiyans should have been extraordinarily busted. But then
because Vegeta goes from 47,000 to probably from 27,000, 36,000 to probably high 90s, low 100K, and then gets hurt again, and then probably goes into the 700, 800K range.
Just like, okay, so you've never been hurt like that before? Where do these huge boosts start coming from? You eat, you sleep, you fight, you get Zenkai, all of those things help you. But then all of a sudden it's just like, all right, I've been getting hurt all my life and I'm only up at 2,700. I get hurt this time and now I double, triple my What? How much does a piece of meat give you in terms of power? Versus a Zenkai, versus a battle. It's just whatever the number needs to be for this moment, it does. Goku needs to be as stronger than the Ginyu Force, and he is.
I understand we're not talking very much about the transformation itself, but neither is he, so shut the fuck up.
There was no frame of reference, nothing,
None.
until this happened. I remember watching this for the first time and was in complete awe, especially because the dubbing in my home country never mentioned the legendary Super Saiyan during its build-up.
Wow, that's awful! So you just get this weird thing, it's like, what's this? This is awesome!
What is this? So what was Vegeta saying when he's like, did this mother become a Super Saiyan? And him going, I am now the Super Saiyan, the thing that you feared. What was he saying? I'm strong enough to beat you now?
Even more unaware of what this was.
That's not a good thing!
That's not a positive, sir.
This thing just come out of nowhere because he's mad? That's not a good thing!
Why are you clapping, sir?
For just this completely random, as far as you know, completely random thing that just happens. He just gets mad, summons lightning, and his hair turns yellow. You can only just be like, what the f is this? I'd be like, what the f is this? What's going on?
It's a moment that became really memorable to everyone who was watching this event unfold. And from this point on, anime had officially changed. This moment really impacted everything that came after. With Luffy's transformations in One Piece,
It's not the thing same. Transformations alone do not equate to what happened with Super Saiyan.
Oh boy, just so Saint Seiya.
So stop with this Goku transformed, so now all transformations are just the Super Saiyan thing.
Now it is.
Gohan's bush was a Super Saiyan thing.
Absolutely.
That bush. Don't throw Luffy in here. Don't throw Ichigo in here. Don't throw Naruto in here. They trained specifically for X thing.
Yes. for that purpose. This was, I'm just so angry that now I go from around 3 million strength to 150 million. That's what that happened. And Luffy just goes, I'm going to just pump myself up with hockey. Who knows how
my muscles and my arms.
Makes a whole lot of sense. He's not invincible. He's not necessarily stronger than the person that he's fighting, because I always say, Cracker almost cut this bastard's arms off. Raw.
He's not even stronger than what he was before. He can just do more within the terms of his power.
Yes.
So don't hit me with this bush.
It's not the hard number go up that Super Saiyan was.
What Gohan's bush was. Where it's just like, oh, he's mirroring the King in Netero. He's on their level. Based on what? Am I mad?
Contracts.
Stop with the contract bush.
Once they stop with the contract bush,
it's never gonna stop. And I always ask, and I don't get answers.
No, because there is no answer.
There has to be an answer.
I want so hard, because I just read a description of one of the Nen beasts. I went, no, sir. It was just like, if you lie to it, it'll steal your tongue and it'll become you. I'm like,
what?
It is anus.
I gotta read Hunter x Hunter one of these days.
I also would like to read Hunter x Hunter one of these days.
Most emotional and depressing scene in Hunter x Hunter to Ichigo's Bankai in Bleach.
Bankai is a thing that everyone has, and it did not transform him. If anything, you should be talking about the Hollow.
Yeah, the Hollow is the thing, because the Bankai, it adds a new ability to somebody. The Hollow is a straight numbers boost.
All of this would not exist if not for this.
You don't know that!
Are you telling me that nobody... Let's just say, for the sake of argument, this was the first transformation, or the most widely known transformation that inspired everybody. Are you telling me that nobody in this world would have went, hey, my character is this, let me make them this now? You telling me that nobody would have had that thought? Come on now, this was not the revolution that you think it was. In Pokemon, we're going from Luffy turtle to a turtle with 2 cannons on his back.
Awesomely.
Dude, chill out with this.
None of this would have happened without this. Again, 1, you don't know that. 2, you don't know what the series would have been without the transformation. And 3, where's your evidence for anything? And 4, you're showing nothing but Shonen when you said it changed anime.
So tell me how this influenced Comey can't communicate in any sort of way.
Not exist if not for this. To suddenly see our protagonist.
And again, what does it matter?
Yeah.
You know what? He spent so much time explaining it. There's so much time left. Maybe he'll tell me why it matters.
No.
What such a striking look with his spiky black hair and his innocent smile now have this golden yellow hair with this enraged look with his eye.
He changed. He different now. Yes, I know. I see that. What of it?
I set on defeating the villain in front of him. This is a defining moment.
Gohan, get out of here. But Dad, go out of here before I kill you too.
If I lose myself and put the hands to you.
I might just murder you because I just can't control myself or something. But he's just like, no, go ahead, transform. And he just waits patiently. And he has a full conversation with King Kai. I guess he controlled himself then. What are you? I am the hope of the universe. I am the slayer of all these bulls. I guess he contained himself then. When not 5 minutes later, because we have a time frame for this, he was ready to behead his child.
That might not seem like much nowadays, but it was everything back then. It inspired so many kids to believe in themselves that they too could become even greater.
No! Super Saiyan did not inspire me to become better.
I don't know if Super Saiyan necessarily inspired kids to be better. I think the training and growing and wanting to be better is what inspired kids to be better. Super Saiyan just gave you something to do on the playground.
Yes.
Trying to transform and
it was a fun thing to talk about and do and draw and think about. It inspired me worse. It's Mike asking about that game.
Oh, I mean, I don't care.
I don't care either. But I don't know if it's, we can do it in here or I would have to download something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can't run it, there's really no point.
Yeah, if I can't run it, I would also need headphones, mic, because, yeah, we would need to see exactly what's the diggy on that.
Can DA and I play on the same computer? Remember, that's the in question you need to answer.
Could go even further beyond and become a legendary hero. It shook everything in its path, and we still feel its remnants to this day.
You keep saying this.
Hey, that was a cool transition though.
It's
did
an AMV thing, yeah.
Oh no.
No. I'm saying that's a very
feel its remnants to this.
I know it was kind of lazy. He should have just had it fade in.
But also that was purposeful in the anime, so it was referencing this moment. So,
trash.
Yeah, it's not very. But he just keeps saying that. Yes, we felt it. Are you just gonna say that for the rest of this in 759?
Whenever I watch anime or read a manga and somebody transforms, I never go, "Wow, the Super Saiyan." That's why this
the
is
remnants
happening.
of Super. Thank you, Super Saiyan, for bringing me Yusuke's demon form. Kurama, yeah. Super Saiyan.
Awesome.
And what's funny is that one of the reasons that this decision was made was to help with the illustration of the manga. Having a character not have black hair meant that the coloring of it would ease the stress of Toriyama's assistants when finishing each chapter, since there was no coloring that was needed to be done with Goku's hair as a Super Saiyan. And so, having Goku go through this transformation wasn't just a narrative decision, but one that helped quite a lot when making the manga itself. We must remember that Toriyama never intended for the manga to be this long. Him and his assistants were working constantly every week to create each chapter, and as time went along, you could feel this stress in each page. What once were beautifully illustrated pages with the beginning sagas of Dragon Ball, now were happening less and less. The cracks were beginning.
But you can't show Goku looking up from a ground versus Goku flying down a giant structure and going, it's happening less and less. You gotta show some comparison.
Yes, these are two totally separate things. It was a big paid spread. It's not the same as a big adventure Wahoo moment. It's a big anger moment. Show a big Goku Wahoo moment.
Of that was how this iconic moment, considered by many to be one of the greatest moments in anime, if not the most impactful, became a recurring trope in its later sagas. Because Goku wasn't the only one who was able to transform into a Super Saiyan. Others could too, and even transform into.
What evidence? There are two other Saiyans at this point. What evidence is it that Goku is the only person that can transform?
Legendary.
Because we only know, because we have such limited information, that Goku got mad and he turned into a Super Saiyan. Now we can just go, alright, if Gohan turns mad enough, he can become a Super Saiyan. And Vegeta. It's nothing because the parameters were not set. Again, strength based. S cells based. Whatever.
Recent.
Anger. What? It's just that, and how many times do we have to say this? No Saiyan has been on a mission with another Saiyan and got angry enough to turn into a Super Saiyan. Bardock was close to his crew. They were all eviscerated. Nothing. Wasn't strong enough? Wasn't angry enough? What? What was it about that?
Wasn't SLs cultivated enough?
What was about that moment that caused Bardock to not turn into a Super Saiyan? I would love that answer. Because the only answer that you can give is assumptions. Because we don't know.
Super Saiyan 2, or 3, or fuse with each other, or in other iterations of Dragon Ball where Toriyama had little to no involvement in its creation.
But you were just touting that it still felt to this day. So you must accept the positives and the negatives of this thing.
Toriyama has quite a bit of involvement in these things and the overarching statement of them. He knows what in blue is. He creates blue. He draws what blue looks like. Super Saiyan God. He pins that and he draws it.
The same thing with the Ultra Instincts.
So don't hit it up like this is a Toei invention. Maybe Kaioken blue is maybe royal blue is some bullshit from Toriyama. This is Toriyama here.
Go even further with this trope. What once felt like something special gradually lost its meaning. Because for me,
I don't think it felt special.
I think it was awesome.
Yes. But again, we don't know what it was.
It's no more special than Dragon Ball Z itself was special. It's just another thing in the specialness of Dragon Ball Z.
Transformation isn't just about becoming stronger, but what someone has to endure within to become stronger.
Oh no, dude, this is bush. This is total bush. Because Goku spent a long time just getting stronger, and that's inspiring as opposed to, I had something tragic happen to me, I'm mad, so now I'm better for it.
3 million to 150 million.
There are moments that this is understood to great effect, with Gohan's great character arc shown throughout each saga, and finally tapping into his inner potential at the end of the Cell saga, which is where I felt the manga and anime should have ended, because all of the storylines were wrapped up quite nicely. But funnily enough, neither this moment with Gohan, or the moment with Goku, are my favorite transformations in Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
That moment belongs to another. We all remember the...
This is pure filler, sir.
Yeah.
Pinned by Toriyama, but there's some
and in the manga wasn't shown.
Well, of course not.
Because Toriyama did a manga version of this.
Wow.
Wasn't shown.
Cool.
First moment that Trunks appeared on screen. We had no idea who he was. And even more baffling was the fact that this kid was going to face off Frieza. And then, it happened. The rocks start to lift from the floor. Frieza's shocked look on his face. Amazing copyright music from the German band Propaganda starts playing in the background. Trunks screams into oblivion. His eyes start to change. His hair starts to glow.
Bro, we know all this bullshit. What? Okay. How much has it been about the changing of anime as opposed to how awesome Super Saiyan is?
Just describing it and lightning.
Why wouldn't you just go Super Saiyan's awesome? The impact of Super Saiyan.
No, he has to describe it as flowery as he can.
Super Saiyan a build up paid off masterfully or some bullshit. Would have been bullshit. Not masterfully, but something.
Something better than this.
The highs and low of Super Saiyan.
What Super Saiyan did for anime.
What Super Saiyan did for me. But no, changed everything. But now we're just synopsising Trunks' transformation. Germans playing in the background clap.
We didn't know who this boy was. He just... Okay, great. Move on.
Electricity charges in the air.
Electricity?
We are not allowed to question that.
His hair starts to change color, and then the yellow aura surrounds him. Goku is not the only Super Saiyan. There is another. This scene is considered by many to be one of the coolest scenes in all of Dragon Ball. But this actually isn't the scene I want.
Nope. It means basically nothing. Because this dude rocks up and he's also a Super Saiyan. It's just like, who is this? How did he become a Super Saiyan? What the is going on?
Why is Trunks beloved?
I will never know.
He whomps.
He is factually a bum.
He is factually Vegeta's son.
No denying that. He
That
gets
man.
destroyed by the android. he's just like, yeah, Cell, you about to get these hands. He's just like, and Cell's just like, well, I can do that too. You just big and strong, but you can't hit me, stupid. and
Goku's like, I can do this, and you can be Cell now. Not like this.
No,
you
why
see this?
would I?
It's slowing me down. As a fighter, I would never do some bullshit like
Trunks
this.
is just like, yeah, look at these muscles. I had to hide these from my dad, otherwise he'd seppuku.
Welcome to the gun show.
You about to get it, Cell.
Hey, I got a sword and 2 guns. Kiss, kiss. And Cell was just like, you little boy.
What do you think you're doing
And
here?
boy, that depression hit
He's
hard.
just like, well, I guess I'm just dead now. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna kill you. nah,
You
deliver
suck.
a message for me.
I need you alive to talk to the good people, the strong ones. Because you ain't it.
But yeah, he just rocks up, gives half information, doesn't say the numbers of the androids, no kind of descriptions.
And we learn later on that this past bullshit does not affect the future. So the timeline, he's just affecting one timeline out of the infinite timelines because every millisecond is a new timeline.
And he leaves, comes back like, oh, those aren't the same people. Gets pieced up by the androids. Goes into the time chamber, comes out pieced out by Cell. Comes back, gun and blast to the chest, revived. Blast to the chest is apparently gone. That's healed.
Yep.
Fingers to dad. Goes back, beats androids, kills Cells. Heat dome attack, which is so stupid. I win. Oh, he pieced up Frieza as well. Big deal. It's cause he's cool.
Cool.
I will never understand it. Cause he is a bum. He gets destroyed so much. Maybe they like him cause he's like polite. I don't know.
He's a nice boy.
I do not know.
But
I
man,
don't understand.
He is
it.
a puss with his father.
What is burning attack?
Burning attack.
What is all these arm? That's what it is. He's
Yep.
doing stuff that's different. All these
It's
arm moments
unnecessary.
and just burning attack.
He
It's
could
like,
literally
why?
put up his hand like a tri-beam and do the same exact attack. The hand motions do not matter.
So why does he do it?
Cool. You never had somebody teach him just to put your hands up and blast.
Okay, I guess Gohan didn't.
No, he didn't teach him any of his blast attacks.
He taught him Masenko.
Yeah, Masenko's just doing this above your
Okay,
head.
so why did he just go, hey Gohan, check this out. Burning attack. He didn't go, okay, that was good. Now, could you try it without the 5 minutes of preamble?
We don't see him do burning attack except Frieza. I don't think he did it against the androids.
He has never done burning attack again.
Nor before? Okay, then. So, there you go. Burning
So
attack.
are you saying that he invented it in that moment?
Sure.
I have no evidence to contradict that.
And I have no evidence to support it. We're just two guys on opposite ends of the road just shouting, this is what I think.
Two dudes hop into a boxing ring. Both of us look down. Oh, we both forgot our gloves. No contest.
We're just in gym shorts and t-shirt. Oh, we're boxing.
Oh, shit.
I was not prepared.
Talk about. Rather, I want to talk about Trunks' first ever transformation in the storyline. And that comes in one of the many Dragon Ball Z movies that were made.
It's not a movie, it's a special.
Yep,
I think you should know that.
Like Bardock, father of Goku. Trunks, protect the future or some bullshit like that.
It's a special.
Titled The History of Trunks.
History.
This movie was always hard for me to watch as a kid, to see the devastating events before Trunks went back in time. To see how life was so different because of these two androids. To see how scary they really were. And to see Gohan having to basically deal with this situation on his own. But he found some hope in Trunks. If he could train Trunks to become a Super Saiyan, then maybe they would have a chance to defeat them. Just maybe. But it was not meant to be. After the androids attack one of the cities again, and not wanting to endanger Trunks in the process, Gohan decides
the sensu being that saved their lives.
Hey, where's Corrin?
Where's Corrin?
Where's Corrin? Where's Corrin?
Why one bean? Unless you're just going, Corrin was wiped out, and this is the last bean. So now we just have to go. Okay,
unless
so
he taught
beans
them
just
how to
have.
draw it. Grow them.
So now we just have to be like, do beans have infinite shelf lives? Number one, and if he taught them how to grow it, hey, now we got a whole nother question. Because why isn't he teaching anybody else?
Yeah, why isn't the Trunks teaching people in the past like, yo, Corrin sucks. Here's how you grow them beans.
Why it's not secret knowledge? Because Yajirobe knows it, and he's just some dude. This again, you have to look at the stuff around it. They shoot him full of holes, but his body's just fine.
Yeah, why wasn't his body just blown
riddled
up?
To pieces? That would have been a lot more striking.
Not even riddled. Why is it even there? They blew him up.
I remember them. I don't think it was a big blast. I think it was a bunch of little pew pew blasts.
Okay, but it created a big explosion light.
I'm gonna look at future Gohan's death real quick, y'all.
As we are wont to do. Dang, remember when I used to split episodes?
It do be like that. No, not why. Future Gohan's death. Okay, hey, great. Hey, this is not future Gohan's death.
Is he dead?
Inani Mon, whatever you name is. You name is. What? Oh, this episode is murdering me. Yeah, see, they do a bunch of pew-pews.
Watch it.
Are we both just right?
Yeah, watch it. You see that big explosion?
Yeah, we're
you
both
see all
just
that
right.
dust?
We are both just right. What is going on here,
And then
Gohan?
it fills up with light.
What is going... Jesus.
Oh, giant explosion.
Jesus.
Giant explosion.
What is going on here? What were those blasts? What was keeping you there on the ground? They weren't going through you because you got no holes in you. So were they just harmless? Were they just bouncing off of you?
Concussive blast.
So they were, but they were concussive enough that they weren't going through them.
Yep.
Just enough
Stop
to just
heart.
hit them and just go. Stop it with the stop his heart. Stop it with the stop his heart. That may not be what happened. But then just the explosion.
Yep, big blast.
And we see that explosions vaporize people.
Cell got vaporized by heat dome.
So what is it that evaporates people,
Frieza.
and what is it that keeps the body there? Because the Kamehameha against Vegeta Gallic Gun, he got hit with both. And he just got, ow.
Let me roll off of this.
So what's the threshold?
Whereas Cell, half his body got eviscerated. The same attack.
And Vegeta just goes, boom, and just kills Raccoon. Eviscerates him. What's the threshold of you are dust versus you leave a body behind with just some scratches? No, the moment. No, not the moment. Yes, the moment. Have your moment.
This is the moment.
Think about this. Think about the moment.
Don't stop your diatribe to look at me again.
You gotta think about these things. You can't just have it in a bubble.
No, it's cool. Isn't that enough?
No, it is cool.
Isn't
but
that
then you
enough?
have to just be like, dang.
Now, you shouldn't have to go dang if you're not one of these thinky man people. Kaze Talks is a thinky man, Hunter Bush person. So you should be thinking about this, Kaze Talk.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be thinking about these things.
Some 35-year-old that watched it when he was 8 is just like, yeah, that's still cool.
Oh, dang, I sure do remember that Super Saiyan thing.
That was cool.
But no, you sitting there watching it, thinking about it, analyzing it, giving point by point stuff, and you just writing down and recording lightning strikes, and you're not thinking about it for a second. I'm just going, the f is that? That's a problem.
The fight against the androids alone, which eventually leads to his death. Trunks then sets out to find Gohan and finds him laying down on the floor emotionless. Tears come out of Trunks' eyes.
Black oil and water. Dark soul and pain.
I remember. Where was the crater from the explosion?
For emotion.
To be charitable, maybe the androids went, picked him up and just like, hey, are you alive? And just sort of ragged out him a little bit, threw him around like, we killed our plaything. And they took him from a crater and threw him
by this barrel.
Yes, that is the killing barrel.
Okay.
Tears come out of Trunks' eyes as if it were the rain itself, constantly repeating Gohan's name.
He just lost the point.
It's too much.
As if it was the rain itself.
He keeps describing this stuff. We not only saw it, but we are actively seeing it. You don't need to do this. You can cut out 6 minutes of pure explaining a mother turning Super Saiyan.
You could do a lot of things.
I suppose you could. You could make a good video.
We could have wore boxing gloves.
As if it were the rain itself, constantly repeating Gohan's name, trying to see if he could just open his eyes and breathe.
That barrel's a different color.
But to no avail. Screaming in despair, feeling completely useless, feeling utterly alone. And suddenly, it happens. He transforms into a Super Saiyan. And the reason the Trunks
his own in dumb Vegas Flash.
Is my
that
favorite
barrel is again a different color.
Transformation is simply due to all of the emotions felt. Goku was pure rage. Gohan was
Go back to what?
Is there energy producing wind?
My favorite
Maybe. Maybe it's like the force of it pushing outwards.
transformation is simply due to,
or maybe it's like the earthquake.
Could be the earthquake.
Yeah.
all of the emotions felt.
Is there energy creating earthquakes?
Yeah. It's affecting gravity. That's why the rocks fly up and the earth moves.
And the lightning.
And the lightning somehow.
Goku was pure rage. Gohan was by unlocking his true potential.
Rage.
But Trunks was pure suffering.
Rage.
There is no villain for him to fight against in this specific scene. There is nothing for him to gain. It's about his connection to Gohan, his mentor and only friend, who is dead in front of his eyes. And we're watching him having to deal with this sudden...
At this point, there is a new Namek. They have Dragon Balls. Goku has an ability to talk to people from beyond the grave via King Kai. He can also teleport from beyond the grave.
Okay.
It's illegal or whatever. I don't know what they could do to him. Take away his body, but then they would have to catch him, and he could teleport wherever, whenever.
Where are you going with this?
I guess he can't just contact the new Nameks, the new Namekians, and just like wish all these mobs back.
He would have to go into the future to do that.
He's dead.
What?
Goku is dead.
Oh, you're talking about that Goku. Why isn't he talking
Yes.
to Trunks and Gohan. Yes. Yeah, maybe he never reached King Kai's planet after death.
He has instant transmission.
So?
What's your point? I don't understand where you're going with this. I don't know what point you're. No, there's been no day passes that Baba's been giving out.
It has been 7 years, and he cultivated the energy to join in 7 years. It's been like 14 years.
Future Trunks is busted.
Yeah, why wasn't Goku talking to people and like, hey, let's get the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish back Piccolo to wish back everybody else?
Or at least in shutdown button.
Yeah, why after the fact is Goku not contacting them when the Boo people and like when Trunks saved everybody? It's just like, I wanted you to do it on your own. Otherwise, nobody's ever going to be saved. So now everybody can be wished back now. Why is the future still just destroyed? Because Goku can't be wished back. Natural causes. You can't wish him back.
Whatever.
Unless Namekian Dragon Ball has different rules.
Different rules. We don't know about that. You know, who's to say?
Who's to say?
But there's so many things that are just like, this needs to happen. So now Goku just doesn't contact anybody. Doesn't explain how to turn Super Saiyan, anything, because he's the one that trained Gohan how to do it at a much younger age than Trunks.
No, not in this timeline.
No, in his well, he has, since he has turned Super Saiyan. There's no reason to believe that he doesn't still share that knowledge and can teach somebody else. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, just not talking to them. No new Namek, nothing. No King Kai even. For what reason? For this to happen. For Sad Boy Trunks to happen. It's broken. Please don't clap about this.
Please clap.
No. I just said. Did you hear me?
We know which one's going to happen. You gave that giant speech, and I could just go, please clap, and we know which one's going to occur.
Don't think about this.
And again, if you're one of those people that's just like, yeah, cool, and don't want to think about it, don't call it good. Just say you like it. If you're a thinky man, Kaze Talks, you have to.
Realization. Watching Trunks go through all of the motions, realizing what just happened, thinking that he can
wasn't he face down in water in the last shot?
Yes, he was.
Fix it, eventually realizing he can't, and then having to deal with the truth. Gohan is dead. And then watching him yell in agony. For me, this scene represents real life. When something awful happens, you are forced to deal with what just happened.
And transform?
Okay.
And become a Super Saiyan?
If some tragic happens, we have to deal with it. Unless we have these wish orbs that can just do away with it, huh? No, this time it's serious. Like they can't wish back that robot. Can they?
Yeah. 17 came back. Wait, why didn't 16 come back? Where's 16?
They didn't wish him back.
No, they wished back everybody killed. Because remember, 17 put his hands up against Boo.
Yeah, they did.
So why is 16 back? Where is he back?
Oh, we're gonna see in this neck arc. They're just waiting for it. It's just like, who else can we bring back? 16? He's technically back.
In a way you are not at all expecting, wallowing in the misery. But at the same time, you are forced to move on. You are forced to
He didn't move on. He tried to take revenge against the androids and went, no, these motherfuckers gotta die one way or another. Yeah. He never moved past this moment. Because he still goes to see Gohan when he comes back in the future in Super.
Except that from this moment on, it will never be the same. And you start to find out more about yourself.
And then you transform. This is not what it is, dude.
And then you become
you are putting
50 times
way
stronger.
too much into this bullshit. It's just a person that lost someone that was the catalyst to them turning into a Super Saiyan. Nothing about loss or agony in a way you need to move past it.
No.
Not in the Super Saiyan transformation, at least. You can say the way Trunks acted after the fact, sure. But him transforming is not, I need to move past it. Raw!
Character advancement!
Growth!
About who you really are. About what...
What? What are we doing here? You think Trunks evaluated who he really was when Gohan died and he transformed? You think Goku contemplated who he really was when Krillin died? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, sir? This is unbelievable.
This dude going nuts. This dude has a path he is set on. He's just like,
I got 4 minutes left. Let's just throw it out there.
I would have liked to see Chi-Chi and Bulma's reaction to Gohan's death.
Chi-Chi dead.
Chi-Chi's alive.
She is
She is absolutely alive. Somehow.
Yeah, I would have liked to see her reaction.
But no. We got this.
But Gohan and Vegeta are dead. No!
It's so good.
What a pro. I still go back every now and
It's
then and
so
watch that
good.
stupid promo. There's still someone out there willing to fight.
It's
Destroy everything in sight, boo. Everything!
too good. I will bring him back dead. Boo is nothing. I will bring him back dead.
yourself. About who you really are. About what you are capable of doing. You hate...
He got pieced up right after this! What are you talking about?
And Mama died. I wasn't like, who am I? what do I
Is this the course of life?
What the
I must grow!
Oh, here comes my growth arc. Oh, I'm just sad.
I guess I betrayed Trunks. I let him down his teachings of just transforming and doing better. Oh, Kaze, what are we doing here, sir? This is a tremendous work.
that life made you face this awful moment. But you decide that you will do something about it.
Yes! San's transformation!
Yes.
San's Super Saiyan! Look at him now! I'm going to do something about this. I'm not going to sit around and get pieced up by the androids in my Super Saiyan form. What are you talking about, Kaze?
And that's exactly what you do. You go
Yes! Non-Super Saiyan bush!
from one of the most horrific moments in your life to one of the most badass moments ever. From scared eyes to ones that are unshaken. From a boy to a man.
Okay, and then he got pieced up.
Yes.
Eyes shaking constantly when he came back and went, those aren't the androids.
What other fight did he win? Even if in Super,
He got the spirit sword for Black.
he didn't kill him.
Yeah, he won.
No, he didn't.
Thematically.
He made it worse.
Symbolically.
Because now his entire universe is gone.
Yeah, but Mai's still around.
But what about them kids that helped?
Can't wish back his mom. Yeah, them kids are just gone. They're enjoying a peaceful afterlife.
Are they? Or are they just gone? I think when Zeno erases you, you're just gone.
The entire universe, including the afterlife. Oh, then yeah, they're nothing. They don't feel anything. Why would they worry about how they feel? They're non-existent, sir.
They're nothing.
They have ceased to be.
I mean, they're the happiest because they're not the saddest. They can't be.
Yeah, what happened?
Their suffering is gone.
When Trunks goes to that other... Why wouldn't he just stay in the universe they're in now? Why would he go back to a future universe that is not his universe? That never had Goku Black, but still had all the androids and the cell and all that bull.
And him.
And him. So why wouldn't he just stay in the present?
I don't know. There's no reason. Maybe they gave a reason.
I'd have to reread it or rewatch it.
I would also have to, but I'm sure it's garbage.
I'm sure it's trash, y'all.
That is what Trunks' transformation represents.
No, that's what his growth and I have to move past this and do something about it represents. His transformation, all it did was symbolize that he can transform from rage, and then he got pieced up by the androids and went, it can't go on like this. Then he goes down the long hallway of all the desolated people. It's like, there's still hope. I'm gonna save them.
I made a time machine.
Without the transformation, does the same things happen for Trunks? I would submit absolutely. Sans the Frieza fight and all that crap. I'm talking about in this moment in the history of Trunks. Does everything else still happen? Yes or no? The answer is yes, sir. So no, this does not represent what you're talking about. You bum.
And why it's my favorite moment.
He said something to me.
That is what Trunks' transformation represents to me.
That is not what it represents, because you're lying.
It represents that to him.
Even to him, I'm going to tell you why it shouldn't. Because sans the transformation, all this stuff still happens. So how is it representative of the bush you just said?
It is.
Cool.
And why it's my favorite moment in all of Dragon Ball Z. Which is funny because it was never part of the original manga and wasn't even written by Toriyama himself. But
do you think that that's a problem? I think that's a problem.
Your favorite thing in Dragon Ball Z did not come from the creator?
And then when the creator got his hands on it, he made it actively worse. Kinda like Bardock.
Resonated with me in a way that was more than just a moment. Because I too have had moments of suffering. I too have had...
Did you go raw and transform? Or did you just
and get 50 times stronger?
People dear to me suddenly disappear from my life. And dealt with that pain. And all you have are memories. But you are forced to grow. You start to take care of yourself in a way you never really had done before. You become someone even stronger.
I like how he just completely disregards him going up to the androids and just getting baby moded.
Yeah.
I guess that just doesn't count in his growth. And that doesn't factor into his narrative.
Nope.
That doesn't mean anything to him.
Even though he got stronger, he still wasn't strong enough.
Nope.
Whap, whap, whap.
But yeah, you can come back and piece up in Frieza and King Cold. But you going back to your future, and what does that look like? Hey, I found him, Mom. Oh, is that the androids outside? Now you're just cowering for the next 3 years.
Yep. Till that energy gets back up. Because that's the way it works.
So, that's what you're doing. What do those 3 years...
So, is it 3 years for a round trip? Because he was not there long enough for it to get...
I think it's for a round trip.
Okay, why wouldn't he go a year and a half? Or I guess it just doesn't self-sustain. She has to power it somehow. But then, in Super, that moment's just like, yeah, I'll just make a battery. I'll just make it better.
Yeah, maybe it's just... I got this goo... And the goo is enough for there and back. And the goo takes 3 years to make. Mm-hmm. And it's not like, hey, I can just get it out of here in a year and a half.
But again, future, she just created a way to just
she got smarter. She wasn't in fear for her life every day, so she got smarter and made it even better.
No, but in Super...
Yeah. Once the androids died, they were just like, oh, now we could cultivate all this goo that we want, and we don't have to look over our shoulder all the time.
No.
Oh, Majin Buu.
Run. Present Super Bulma.
Yes. Oh,
fixes it
present,
up.
present, or
Yes.
present. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Super Bulma fixes it up, and they could just go back and forth willy nilly.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't she do it here?
This present,
This Trunks
Bulma
fighting Frieza. This Bulma. Why didn't she do that here?
she wasn't smart enough.
You think Bulma got smart enough in 4 years? 4.5, 5 years. It's 13 years. 13, 14 years.
Do you have any evidence to disprove me?
No, I don't. Sorry.
All right, then.
And eventually, you make an impact. Something that stands out.
He got pieced up.
Yes. This was the only thing that he did, and Goku was 5 minutes from doing it.
Till he felt that power level.
And he went, all right, you got it. Because guess what? The mother did do it in your timeline. There was no threat here.
Something that resonates with people. And you might seem like the most badass...
Pause. Awesome moment. Okay, fine. So, Frieza can survive... Okay, let's say that Goku... in the future, you got the little punch machine. Vegeta casually punches it and obliterates it. So let's just say he has the force of a dynamite in his fist. He obviously has a whole lot more.
I
but
had
let's just say
2 dynamite things in my head, and they both just conflicted.
excellent. I hate
Bakugo and Dynamite, and I didn't know which way to go. And then the moment was
Bakugo
gone.
might put a what for boom. All right, okay, Grandpa. But yeah, let's just say he has the force of a dynamite in his hand for the sake of simplicity. Frieza can take that punch.
Yep.
How can he be sliced in half?
The sword is real sharp.
Is that all it is?
Can you dispute that? It's a really sharp sword.
Dude, that's a legitimate Dragon Ball explanation. Just real sharp.
You can stop blunt objects, but not like sharp objects.
Is that enough?
Saiyans can be stabbed, but they can't be shot. It's the bluntness.
But one finger is enough to...
Yeah.
In that one finger, does he have all as more power?
It's key. It's key.
But Frieza no key.
He can't control his key. It's always just what it is.
But he was said to be stronger than he was in his 100% of 100% form.
Okay.
He's taken no damage up until this point.
Yep.
So he
How
should...
did Trunks get stronger than that? Unless Frieza's 100% of 100 form was only like 40, 50 million regardless.
No. It was on par with Goku. Super Saiyan Goku. So it had to be at least like 130 million.
It was not on par with Super Saiyan Goku.
It was close on par with
No,
Super Saiyan
Goku was still just kind of piecing that boy up.
But he got a... There is a list of official power levels.
Okay.
Because this is what we
Power
do, y'all.
level should not have been invented, Tori.
Oh, you f***ed up big time.
And you rectified it early, just like, dog, drop that whole system.
No more scouters.
What was Vegeta's power level after coming out of the, hey, Goku, we ain't got Dragon Balls?
I want somebody to start asking him what are their power. He's probably like, I got 50 quadrillion. I don't care.
Why do you?
Trunks Saga. Frieza final form was 120 million.
Wow, that is very strong. So Trunks has to be above that.
Yes, he
And
has to be
Super
above
Saiyan.
that.
That's kind of stupid.
Kinda.
That's kind of stupid.
I will go.
Because he did not have
stupid.
anywhere near the training tools that Goku did.
Zenkai.
Didn't have... How many fights did he get in where he almost died? And he still can't transform?
I mean,
With the little...
post transformation,
So, where are the androids?
they're around.
No. What's their power level?
Oh, obviously more than that.
It's got to be like 250, 300 mil. Because Trunks was getting pieced up. Gohan got pieced up.
That, yeah. Yeah, if that low. Yeah.
That's
It would have to be
disgusting.
more. Well, no.
It'd have to be...
Well, his future androids would have to be around that. Yeah. That would make sense.
That's disgusting.
What do you mean?
Gero created robots that were in 250, 300 million territory.
Yeah.
Sans knowing what a Super Saiyan was.
Mm-hmm.
Can Cell transform into a Super Saiyan?
I think that he could probably buff himself to a level that is comparable to a Super Saiyan, but without calling it a Super Saiyan.
It'd have to be Super Saiyan. Because however diluted Pan is, I'm sure she could transform someday. He's got the cells of a Saiyan. And he's got them enough where Zenkai boost happens.
That's why I'm thinking that he could go, my power is now 50 times what it was. But this, he doesn't get like spiky antenna.
I don't know.
Maybe
it's the hair, so he's hairless. So I think he would be fine, because I think if Nappa transformed, he wouldn't like grow hair.
Maybe he got the Super Saiyan cell, so he already has that 50 times.
No. What sense does that make?
What do you mean?
Super Saiyan cells are different than regular Saiyan cells? Oh my god, don't hit me with this, boy. Don't hit me with this. Can you dispute it, boy?
Dragon Ball is a mess. It is in shambles.
You might seem like the most badass person ever, but in reality, you are still that young boy deep inside. You still
Then you didn't move past it. You didn't grow past it. You're still that dude. You just have a shell, a better mask, a thick mask of badassery, but you're still that little crying boy in the rain going raw.
feel that pain. You still feel that anguish. You still remember everything. The difference.
Did Piccolo die first or did Vegeta?
Vegeta, I believe.
Because if it was...
Or one of the lessers. Like Krillin.
Oh, that'd be sad. Z Fighters die. Excellent. Yeah. Piccolo dies first. Okay. Because I'm just like, if... Or did Vegeta die first? And I just missed it. Nope. Tien, Yamcha. Where did Vegeta die?
Okay, there's the Piccolo piece up. So,
okay, it was just really fast. Okay, because I was about to be like, okay, if Vegeta just died first, he'd just go, all right, Kami, absorb, kill them all. But Piccolo died first, didn't know what he was getting into, can't sense the energy. That makes sense.
You have just learned to deal with life better. That's what transformations really mean to me. It's not about
Dealing with life better? And Vegeta was just like, wham, not strong enough. He's not dealing with it better because then he touches down and just like, you Kakarot, I'm going to get stronger than you. He wasn't like, I'm already stronger than you. He's like, I'm going to surpass even Super Saiyan. He's not getting past anything. He's stagnant. He's reversing, if anything. What did Gohan get past when he turned Super Saiyan? No, you have to bring up the Super Saiyan 2. That's what that is.
Really mean to me. It's not about becoming physically stronger, but what you have had to go through emotionally to become that person. And anime has done this so well throughout the past decades to develop characters through the toughest of times, to make us aware
of characters through the toughest of times? How was that development for Gohan? He could not accept his mentor's death, and he babied out.
barely even a mentor.
Some dude he just met.
That knew his dad tangentially.
going on to force us to grow in ways we couldn't foresee and to make
Yeah, but what does the Super Saiyan transformation have to do about that?
Super Saiyans were the first time that we had to be confronted with accepting and growing about who we are. And that's what this is all informing. The Super Saiyan transformation informed Haikyuu man Hinata to be like, oh, you must accept yourself and then grow past all of your tragedy. That's what the transformation did for all of anime. We were mistaken. We just thought transformation. No, it's about growth, emotional growth. This was the first time that anybody emotionally grew.
In anime.
And it changed everything. Forever. Iconic.
Just realized that we are the protagonists of our own story. And the most recent anime I watched that really made me realize this was Ping Pong the Animation. That eventually the hero will appear. And that hero is us. I am the hero of my story, just like you are the hero of yours.
No,
we might forget that we are, but eventually we are reminded of it.
Pieced up daily
when watching so many anime in the past. And the first time that ever happened to me was when witnessing this moment in Dragon Ball Z. It's not just the moment that forever changed anime, it's the moment that forever changed my life.
Hall of Fame?
Ah, dude.
Hall of Fame.
Oh.
This is unlimited bubbery. Spewing from every orifice.
Why wouldn't he just name it Dragon Ball's iconic moment changed my life? That is so much more acceptable.
And that would be like, hey, I ain't adding this to my list. This was.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
This is that big reach. This is that. Let me reach
around.
I gotta draw everything I possibly can from this moment.
I gotta draw everything I possibly can out of characters getting mad enough to transform. It's about the growth emotionally
What? Really, my dude?
Because again, you take away Trunks' transformation, does his growth still happen? You take away Gohan's transformation, does his growth still happen? Goku has not grown. Vegeta has not grown. In fact, he grew outside of transforming when he went, "You're stronger than me, Kakarot." Piece him up.
No, but
this is filth.
And then he has to go, the Super Saiyan 2 moment, but not the Super Saiyan 3 moment. Nah, nothing emotional there, so I'm not even going to mention it. Nothing emotional that I can pull
Nothing
from
emotional
Vegeta.
For Kid Trunks or Kid Goten.
So I'm not even going to mention it. I'm just going to mention the things that I can mention that are important to me. This is filth. My good. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for these dragon bums to try to come up in the comments and just like, well, Tien didn't use the extra arms because... Okay. Why?
Yeah, point to it, please.
Yeah, point to it.
I want you to come to the comments like that.
What are we mistaken about with the Dragon Balls? Sometimes they're over there. Sometimes, hey, you got a body. Sometimes you don't. What are we mistaken about? Well, didn't they fix the... Oh, did he? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the big Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So don't know what we're doing for the live stream.
Never do.
It's gonna be either a little earlier or a little later than our usual 6 p.m. because I'm in a exhibition for Mortal Kombat 9.
Another one.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. Please either don't read so much into things or think more about things.
It helps.
Because you can't read so much into something while completely ignoring the things around it just for your own narrative. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculous. So yeah, do better. I'm just gonna Falcon and Winter Soldier y'all every time.
Yeah, do better.
Do better.
Stop doing worse and start doing better.
How, sir? Just do.
Oh, flies away. Mother, what do you think you're doing?
Better.